I'm Ilya Marchenko.
I'm Dennis Kudla.
And Jesper de Jong.
I'm Henry Laaksonen.
I am Francisco Cerundolo, and you are listening to the Game to Love podcast.
Now, Wimbledon is banning Russian and Belarusian tennis players from this summer's tournament because of the Russian invasion of Ukraine.
The tournament has been stripped of ranking points as a result of its ban on Russian and Belarusian players.
Hey, welcome back, tennis fans. Here we are. It is GTL. Ben is back. I'm sure JG will be with us shortly. It's Rafa time. That's right. I'm fresh out of the press conference room speaking to Rafa himself the other day. That was a bizarre interaction, I have to say. I was actually asking him about this matchup as well. And I did ask, what would he have to do to get past Botic van der ZANDSCHULP? And what sort of things would he pose to him on grass? And he did give me a response. He said he needs to really keep up with how he's playing in the last round and really just keep that intensity. But he said all fourth rounds, they are tough. So that's what you expect at this time of a Grand Slam. Great to have you in. We got Lexi in. We got Jenny in. Who else we got in there? Kathy's in as well. Great to have you all in. We got Sandy Q in as well. Look at all of these lovely, lovely people. Great to have you all in for this matchup. It has kicked off already. Apologies if I am, well, the intro is quite long, so apologies for that. I tried to make the scoreboard a little bit smaller to see if I could, play around with it. Probably best not to play around with it. There you go. Oh, we've got a little bit of black bit on the bottom. But Rafa, he is on the board. He was serving first. He is the number 2 seed. We should all remember. And Botic van der ZANDSCHULP there, the 21st seed. It's going to be an exciting matchup, this one, I feel. Obviously, Rafa... People weren't expecting him to do that well here just because of all the foot problems, because of all of the other problems. He said he wasn't going to have the injections, all of that type of thing. Seems to look pretty good in that last match. The first two, a bit of a wobble. And it says Rafael NADAL looks to continue his pursuit of the calendar year slam. Yeah, the first two matches he played, I think we can, I don't know, just put that down to being a bit rusty. That's all I'd say for those ones. Dropped a set to Cerundolo, dropped a set to Berankis, and then did so well against Sonego. Botic brings a little bit more, I'd say, well, a little bit more form, I'd say, coming into this one. I don't think that any of the players that he's played so far are big form players. I'd say Botic is a big form player. But let's kick off with everybody whacking the like button on the video and dropping your predictions in the live chat. Right, so predictions time it is. I am going to go with, I think it's going to be Rafa in 4. I think Botic is good for a set here today. I think he has quite an aggressive style of play, a very good serve. And his last match, he hit 67 winners, I believe. That was what I read. I think there was still about 30 or so unforced errors, but absolutely amazing winner count. So let's just keep an eye on how he gets on today, because if he serves well, the only problem that there is for me would be you're playing on centre court against Rafael Nadal, and it just changes. It moves the goalpost, so to speak. Whereas I thought maybe I could say 5, but I think even that's pushing it a little bit. Great lob there from Botic. Rafa turns around. Great volley from Botic. The lob from Rafa. Botic turns. He can't get there. Rafa fist pumps. Look at that. What a rally to kick us off here in this one. Let's get to some of your predictions in the live chat. We got Ted with Nadal in straight sets. We have got who else have we got? Come on, where are they? We got Rafa in straight saying MJ. We got Gene in. How you doing? King of Justin as well. We've got a 5 sets prediction. Hey to Ems as well. Another one of our members. Great to have you in. Skiing front backs in as well. Who else have we got with the predictions in here? I'm going to keep going down. Keep going down. All right, let me have a little look. So we got Rafa in 4 from Lexi. Rafa in 4 from Ems. Everyone going Rafa in 4? No, Jenny Sims. Rafa in 3. Rafa in 3 from KC. Yes, going with Rafa in 4. Let's keep going down. What a point, says Ems. Definitely was. It was amazing, that point. What a way. I hope that the rest of it's like that. But we got break point Rafa already. Great serve from Botic there. I don't know if it's Botic or Butic, but if you are Dutch and in the chat, please let me know if my pronunciation is wrong. I'm sure Roland, he will pick me up on it. I think JG was in the presser with Butic, and he heard a Dutch person call him Butic. So that's maybe how we need to go and pronounce his name. I got so used to saying Botic, though. Rafa into the net there, and it is advantage. I like just calling him VDZ. VDZ makes it look easy. VDZ. We don't really say Z in England, as I'm sure you're aware. We say Z. So VDZ doesn't really have the same ring to it. VDZ, I quite like it. Botic, go cross court there. I see, I'm going to keep calling him that. And he's gone wide with that forehand. Rafa looks on it today, though. That's the one thing that we did pick up from the last time Rafa did play, is he did look very, very at the races that in that last match against Sonego. Took the first 2 sets very, very comfortably. And the third one, it looked comfortable until they closed the roof. And that was just when we got onto the court to go and watch him. And then it seemed to distract him. It seemed the break in play, the changing conditions favoured Sonego. Sonego broke him to love. And then Rafa paused the match to speak to Sonego at the net. Apologized to him afterwards for doing so, but it did disrupt Sonego's rhythm, and Sonego ended up losing in straight sets, where it's a bit of the what ifs really at the end of that one. I've not seen Rafa really do that before, so I'm not really sure what was going on. I think his rhythm got disrupted by the whole. He probably would have won. They didn't need to close the roof. There was about 2 games left. He probably would have just won. Great serve down the tee there from VDZ, and great forehand winner, saves the break point. I think that one deserves a little VDZ button. He only has a short button, though. A bit disappointing, I know, but what can you do?
and the ZANDSCHULP. Botic and ZANDSCHULP.
And this is where I realise I'm probably pronouncing his name wrong in the button as well. But what can you do? He definitely deserves a new button. I think that one was just made at last minute, unfortunately, for him. I think it was during the Medvedev match. I was going to try and cover just the last bit, so I quickly made him a 10-second button. Unfortunately, I didn't even get to cover it, so he just got stuck with this terrible button. But is what it is, I guess. Right, well, he's serving here and he's got the advantage. He's saved some break points so far. I think that's a let on that one. Let's have a quick... I just need to listen in a bit closer. Can't really hear what is going on. I saw a puff of chalk, but it must be another first serve. Yeah, it is. Great serve as well. And he does get out of that first service game unscathed, but maybe it's just centre court nerves. You're going to have a lot of them. It's not easy to play on centre court the best of times, especially when you've got a 22-time Grand Slam champion staring down at you, the Spanish ball, and the whole crowd probably, well, I wouldn't say the whole crowd, majority of the crowd probably willing Rafa on. So, right, you're getting blocked, sir, for keep on swearing. So there you go, you've gone. Nice one. Saw Liam doing some good blocking earlier in his stream. Nice one, Liam. Cleaning up the GTL live chat. That was very good of him. Good stream from both of from all three. We had David on, we had Megan on, and we had Liam on today. Everybody, great performances. And Harman jumped in, I think, for a little bit at the end as well. So well done to the whole GTL comms team today. Fantastic matches, and everyone did them justice. Good volley there from VDZ. And as I'm talking about VDZ, then appears JG.
Who I spoke to. Well, we both spoke to the opposite fans. You're a big fan of Botic, as I now know. That's how you're supposed to say his name.
I know, I
was
keep
corrected.
getting it wrong.
Well, it wasn't me, but the person in front of me was a British journalist, and he was corrected by the Dutch press because he was saying Botic. That's how we'd usually say
Botic.
it. Well, that's how I would say it. Would you not say?
I've been calling him Botic, but then I've just
Botic.
listened to the button. I call him Botic.
there's a lot of different ways of saying it, but anyway, the correct way is Botic, apparently. So that's what I went with in the press room. And listen, he seemed quite pleased to hear from me. He answered me, which is good.
Big
And you spoke to Rafa as well.
Oh, mate, don't. Yeah, I've had a quick run through of that just as the opener. That was asking him a question about Botic as well. So quite interested now that since those press conferences, we're now watching the actual match itself.
I know. It's good. We got the opportunity to watch Rafa live. I got to see Djokovic live as well the other day. And just quickly, before we sort of turn back to this match, I want to say how great they are in the flesh. I mean, I was really blown away with Rafa hitting the ball on the grass courts. Just seeing it in person is a different thing altogether. You can really appreciate his effortless power. Doesn't look like he's really hitting the ball, but then you watch it when it bounces, it just skims off the surface. And we noticed that more when he was warming up. So against Sonego, it went 4-2. And there was a stop in play due to darkness. During that time, when they got back, the roof was closed, the lights were on. Rafa and Sonego were just having some warm-up hits. And Rafa was just hardly moving his arm. And the ball was flying so fast. And that was something that really has stayed with me and something I'll never forget, just experiencing that. And then the other thing was watching Djokovic play against Van Rijthoven. Just the returns. I mean, I've never seen returns like it. I think he said as well in the press room afterwards how eventually he got to grips with where the ball was going to go on the serve and he adjusted. And then when he got comfortable with how Van Rijthoven was serving, I mean, he completely nullified it. And no offense to Van Rijthoven, but he is a little bit of a big serve. And I don't want to say not much else because he does have a good game. But right now, that is his biggest attribute. After the serve, he's got then a few big shots where he gets the opponent on the back foot. Djokovic completely took that away from him.
Yeah, I mean, I watched that press.
It was amazing.
Thought it was quite a good press conference, that one. Djokovic seemed in very high spirits. Someone sneezing in his press conference. He said, "Bless you" as well to him. It's quite funny. And then it just, that guy, remember the not too bad, the Italian guy that got denied a question for Sinner in Sinner's press conference. And he came and he started complaining to the people doing the press conference. Djokovic didn't allow someone else a question and said, "I want a question from him." So that was quite an interesting one. He said, "No, you, I want him. Yeah, I like this guy," like that. And then he started doing impressions of him. He's like, "Oh, I know, and it is a bit like this." I thought it was a good presser, to be fair. But Djokovic, exactly what you said, though.
Yep.
He worked him out, didn't he? Like, as soon as he got the serve,
it was great to see, because I think as much as we watch these streams, it doesn't really do it justice on the screen. I don't know what it is. The ball doesn't seem to travel as fast when you're watching it on the screen. And in real time, watching it in the flesh, you can truly appreciate how great these players are. Because everyone's so good at tennis. But what differentiates these other guys is these fine margins, which you find is much easier to pick up when you're watching it live than what it is behind the screen. But that's my big takeaway anyway from the last few days. Let's get back to the match. I know you've done some predictions. I was listening as I was walking home from the shop. I believe you went, was it Rafa in 4?
Yeah, I went with Rafa in 4. I don't think it'll be the first set. I'm going to go with the same thing that with Djokovic yesterday. I thought Djokovic would drop the second set yesterday, which did happen. I think that can just happen, just court nerves, I think, from these new people.
I was very, very impressed with the way you played against Sonego. I think me and you had a little disagreement with the fact that I think Sonego and Botic's similar level on the grass. I don't think there's much between them. And the way he just demolished Sonego, I think we're going to see something similar here today. And I'm going to be going straight sets, Rafael Nadal. But that's my prediction. Shout out everyone in the live chat. We've got Max, who's gone Rafa in 3. I know there was plenty of other predictions at the start as well. And just good to see some of the usual faces. We've got Ems in, we've got Liam in, Lewis in, Rachel, Kathy, Dubai Felicia, who's sort of been in all of the streams during Wimbledon. So thanks for joining us. One of the newer faces who I don't really remember before Wimbledon, but good that you've been here.
Yeah,
Sandy
definitely
there as well. And me and Ben are going to be covering a lot more watch-alongs in this second week. So Monday, of course, this is the start of the second week. We're not going to be going back to Wimbledon. Maybe one time, because we got a message from Wimbledon saying that there's a gift waiting for us there. So
I know they're tempting us back.
If we go, it'll just be to pick up the gift, which is probably going to be very underwhelming. But
it just depends, really. Like, we'll have to see what scheduling there is. Like, if we do, it won't be for a full day. It'll probably just be for a half day or something. But it's but with that Sonego and Van der Zandschulp thing, I don't discredit Sonego's grass court credentials. I just think that based upon form, that Van der Zandschulp, I said his trajectory is just seems like it's going more up than Sonego's at the moment. That's why I would think he's a tougher opposition on grass at the moment. I feel that he's like you said, something's clicked in the press conference. Like, something's fitting into place now in his career, and it's noticeable. But the big thing to take away, and sorry to go back to the other action, from watching everyone live, even though it was great to see Rafa and it was great to see Djokovic, the Sinner Alcaraz match, that for me was definitely the best. And it's great atmosphere, 2 of the best youngsters on tour going at it. And Yannick Sinner looked incredible. I think Alcaraz is great, but Sinner played so well, needs so much credit.
And the respect they showed each other was sort of putting some of the older players to shame. Nick Kyrgios, Stefanos Tsitsipas, Sinner and Alcaraz gave him a lesson in respect and how to act on a tennis court. So, there were so many great takeaways from that. I'm sure we're going to talk about that a lot more in depth later on tonight, because we have a few podcasts planned, not just the watch-alongs, where we're going to be going. It's going to be quite laid back, have a beer, and we're going to do the quarterfinal predictions for the men's and the women. So make sure to join us later on for that. Maybe we'll get something set up during this one. So we've got it in there. And then we've got also Liam. What's Liam saying? I missed it now. So now they're back for the finals and the semis. I mean, we've got a lot more rounds before that, Liam. But thank you for stepping in and doing a great job of the Kyrgios stream. I didn't get to watch as much as I would have hoped to, because I was glued to the TV watching Gary and Alex de Minaur, which I think, for me, has been my favourite match to watch at the championship so far.
was
And also shout
incredible.
out to Gene as well for the super chat. Appreciate that, mate.
Cheers, Gene, for that. Really, really do appreciate that. If you are just
Great to
joining
see
us,
Gene as well.
yeah, if you are just joining, make sure to whack a like on the video. We're up to 61 already. Let's get that up to 100 as soon as possible. It's a Rafa stream. Come on, we want to get 1,000 likes, don't we? That's surely bare minimum. But there's 300 in. Let's try and get it as close to 300 as possible. And subscribe. Come on, if you are new. I'm sure there's a few newbies in. There normally is. Yep. Whack that subscribe button. We're saying Botic is making his 7th Grand Slam appearance and 2nd at the championships. His previous best was the quarterfinals of the US Open, obviously, where he was the only person to take a set from Daniil Medvedev in his maiden Grand Slam victory.
Here we go. Rafa serving at 2 apiece.
I think he's doing well. I'm going to stop calling him Botic or Botic, or I'm just going to call him VDZ. VDZ, I think he's started well. Even though he's been under the cosh, to be able to hold your serve twice is good.
Yeah.
It's a signal of intent, I think.
Yeah, no, he's done all right here. I think Rafa, though, was just so much better against Sonego. It was like his coming out party. I think that's what I said to you off stream. On the grass. It's been 3 years since he played on grass before this championship, and he looked like it as well against Cerundolo and the other match. He was pretty abysmal and just got through it. The Sonego one was good. It was actually Rafa playing well. It was exciting to watch. He was hitting big shots, and I think he's got his rhythm there. And this is hopefully what we're going to see today. That's an ace from him. It's 30 love, and I'm hoping Rafa can get this wrapped up. Hopefully before 11 p.m. when the curfew hits.
Maybe we'll be going to Christian Garin for a few tips on how to play on the grass courts. Definitely playing really well. Like to see Garin playing on grass like against Brooksby was so great. Like because I didn't realize how much more powerful Garin was than some of his opponents, though. It showed again today against ADM. So powerful. And that was another takeaway from Garin this tournament. I didn't realize how powerful he was. I thought being on the clay, you probably don't get to see how hard he hits.
Yeah, we've got Gene asking for a button. I mean, you're just short of a button, but because you are a very special member of our community and that Kathy has voted for you to get one, if you let us know which button you'd like, Gene, we will get that fired on the stream for you. Just straight after the game to love for Rafael Nadal. Doing all right so far. Exactly what he needs. We've got M's voting for Gene as well. So yeah, go on, Gene. We can give you a button. If you let us know which one you'd like, we'll give it a whirl in the live chat right now.
Yeah, do it. Well, Rafa, I'm surprised to see him whacking 4 aces already. I mean, it's a bit mad.
Look at this. What's this? 3 rounds in comparison. Unforced errors, 97 Rafa, 93 Van der Zandschup. Winners, 144 Van der Zandschup, 82 Rafa. Ridiculous, isn't it? It's almost doubled him.
Nearly half of them from his last match against Gasquet. He hit 67 in the last match.
Yeah, the winners unforced errors differential. Rafa's actually down on the championship, minus 15. And Botic's 51 up.
Forced errors is always an interesting one as well. Don't get to see that one too often. Forced errors.
Pretty mad. Gene would like the Ribikina button.
Good one, Gene.
Do we have that one?
There's no Ribikina button.
Oh,
the thing he's just stitched, yeah.
Oh, well, we don't have one, Gene. Have you got another one?
I want one then. I'll let Gene make one and he can email it to us and I'll upload it.
Well, if you don't, okay, what about that then, Gene? We won't play you a button, but we'll make sure that we make you one for the next Ribikina match.
There you go, mate. Promise. Cross my heart.
That's a deal. It's great to see a lot of good comments as well about hearing us in the press room. I mean, we tried our best. We'll be more prepared for it next time. A lot of the time you have a player coming in and another one and your question's been asked and it's difficult to sort of, everyone's in there fighting for a position to ask a question and it can be quite
it's intense.
It's an very intense experience. It's not as fun as it seems for you guys, just a little short clip. It's not like we get to speak whenever. You need to sort of fight for just to get the question.
It's not
And then
even
there's a lot
fight.
of pressure on that question as well.
Yeah, it's not even the fighting though, is it? It's like you're fighting, but then you're fighting inside yourself as well to say like, oh my God, do I really want to do this as well? I'm
No.
like, my heart's going like, I put my hand up and I'm like, have I got my question all right?
Yeah, you can't afford to be nervous with it and hide
No.
behind someone. I remember the first time I was there, I was sort of hiding behind the tree and I just had my hand sort of going out of the
Nah,
tree
you
because I was
can't.
like 50-50 as I don't mind if they don't see me. But if they do, I'll ask one.
Exactly.
You
Yeah,
can't be like that. You need to be up the front, literally hand there every single time and very confident and assured with it. And I think eventually we got there.
I think like the first ones I went to, I was going down the front, not for that reason. I was just like, I'm like a fanboy, like want to get as close to the talent as possible, just to be like, wow, there's Serena just sitting there. Yeah, to actually ask a question's very strange though. Because I don't
Liam
know.
saying, hi, Emma, my name's Ben. Well done on the US Open. No,
Well,
I
that was
actually
his.
asked Emma a question.
Yeah,
But
that was JG.
Ben said I was a bit aggressive with the way he asked it, but I don't
No,
think it was that bad.
No, but I think it's just because you just need to get that first bit, which is saying who you are and where you're from. And if you say that loud, it's better because it comes out on the audio on their clips really well. So you did that bit. You hear when I say it, I'm like, hi, bet that it sort of nearly misses off my high bit every time. Like it's a bit annoying. I don't think the mics pick it up. I got better towards the end. Yeah, there's a lot of corrections. Don't worry. It's first time. Come on. I think we can improve for sure.
Yeah, Rachel was asking what Kyrgios was like in the press room. I mean, John did get a question in at the end. It was very difficult to get any Kyrgios questions in.
None today.
And not just that, there's always going to be a comeback. It's going to be a little mini conversation. So it's not just going to be the one question. There's going to be some kind of disagreement along the way. And the only thing we can really report on that is what he was like after when the cameras cut. He was still shaking his head, walking out, and he had to cross Stefanos Tsitsipas. So this is something you wouldn't know about, but they walked past each other. So as the press conference is over,
well, Tsitsipas left first though. So
Tsitsipas has just left and called him a bully. And as he's left, Kyrgios has walked past him. So they've brushed shoulders, and Kyrgios has gone on and heard all the stuff what Steph's been saying about him. And why that's all happening, you've got you can just see the tension. It's very quiet in the press room because everyone's watching what's going on. And then the moment they sit down, you can just hear all the hustle and bustle of everyone getting ready and fighting for position. It was a really interesting experience. Like, even if you're not asking a question, it was good just to be able to sort of a fly on the wall and sit back and watch.
Yeah.
I mean, a bit of popcorn would have gone down great.
I don't know why, out of everyone, I'm always still shocked how big Steph is when in person. I don't know, when you see him on the telly, I'm just always think I know he's tall, but I don't get an idea of his stature until he comes in the room. I'm like, wow, he's actually massive. He's like 6'4" or something, and it's huge.
I mean, that is a ridiculous shot from Rafa.
Brilliant
backhand
shot.
Down the line. His backhand in 2022 has been one of the most impressive parts of his game. It helped him at Roland Garros defeat Casper Ruud so easily and all the other players as well. It's helping here on the grass, but that's a great serve from Van der Zandschulp, and he brings this one to advantage. You got Liam mocking my voice cracks. I mean, there wasn't many. It was maybe the first one I asked with Alcaraz. Apart from that, very natural for me now, Liam. I mean, I'd hate to see you in there with all of your voice cracks, and you'd have to have a lot of water, I think.
Mate, yeah, it is terrible, especially if you've not spoken for the day yet, and that's the first thing you say. But it's a weird scenario. I'm quite interested in this match, though. Obviously, we were speaking about it before. Djokovic playing a Dutchman, and somebody who was undefeated in main draw events, and another big serving person. And Rafa's got a similar thing. Another Dutch person, another big serving person.
They've all got the same brand as well, the Dutch players. What is that? Does anyone know what it is? It looks like the little, what's it? The sailor sign. What's it? Not sailor. You know what I mean?
What, like the
compass? It's like a little compass.
Oh, what brand's that?
I don't know, but you've got the Dutch players seem to have this brand. I'm not sure what it is. And we was also speaking on the last one. What is a more tricky matchup? Van der Zandschulp, Nadal, or Van Rijthoven, Djokovic? And I thought that was very similar in terms of how difficult it's going to be. You thought Van Rijthoven was going to be more difficult for Djokovic. I think since seeing it, we worked out it wasn't actually that difficult at all.
Just for
maybe this one's going to be a bit more challenging because they're still on serve here. They're working each other out. Nadal's not got going yet, but that was a good winner from him a second ago. I think Van der Zandschulp served very well. He's won 77% behind his first serve. Rafa 91% behind his first. And I think we're still just trying to work out this match. It's another really good first serve from Rafa to help increase his first serve win percentage. And he's 30 love here, 3-all. Looking all right.
I'm really intrigued by Sinner Djokovic, though. If Sinner can play his best tennis, but there's just something. There's just
save it then, because we will be doing a podcast. We're going to be doing a podcast. I don't want you to run out of all of your 3 lines of analysis on the podcast.
Well, I've used 2 of them already. Save the last one. Ooh,
if you can send a thumb, I'll set them up as well.
When shall I make it now?
Well, I don't know. I guess you could. I mean, it's just the quarterfinal one because the reason I say this could go on for a few hours, and then we're going to be doing them. So it'd be good to have them linked and ready.
Yeah, true. All right, I'll try and get onto that, and hopefully it doesn't lag me up.
Lee Lubster's asking, how good was Simona today?
Amazing.
I was blown away with her performance, if I'm honest. I thought Badoza was going to win, so I got that one wrong. And I was really impressed with Simona Halep, how she got it done so quickly. I think going to that sort of ceremony they had on centre court the other day, that is a prime example of where I feel like that's helped her because such a big occasion, so emotional with the live performance and seeing all of them champions there.
Yeah.
And I think for her, being a part of that just shows what it means to be a champion. And she's finding that winning spirit again because I've never questioned her ability. She's a Grand Slam champion here and she's a quality player. But mentally, she fell out of love for the game. She really did. She keeps saying about it and how she wanted to quit. I think being part of this whole experience at Wimbledon and seeing all of that with the music and the emotions, it's given her that additional angle and element to it all. And that's what's given her that extra motivation. And right now, you've got to say up there with Ons Jabeur as a favourite. Or
maybe someone in particular has helped her get there.
No, I don't. I'm not taking Moratoglu. Listen,
maybe it's his presence in the press room.
No, it's not Moratoglu, mate. Do you know what I saw the other day? It was so cringe. Moratoglu was literally during that day. There was like all of these legends, and Moratoglu wormed his way into it.
How?
He was there standing in his tracksuit and watching Simona where there was Rafael Nadal and Rod Laver like shaking hands, and you can just see just next to him there's Moratoglu standing there smiling. I was like, what's he doing there? He's the coach of Halep. It's not you. You've not won anything. You've not won a Wimbledon. Just get home, go out, go away, get lost.
He doesn't. He just gets in where a draft couldn't. That's the problem.
Simona Goat. He said that. Simona Goat, Liam calls her. We've got M saying, I need the Rafa button, feeling pumped. I think we should, because that's another good winner from him. And he is 4-3 up. Let's get some Rafa love going. And I think what better way to start with a Rafa button.
Hey! Vamos! Hey! Vamos! Rafael Nadal! Hey! Vamos! Hey! Vamos! Rafael Nadal!
Unbelievable.
Unbelievable.
Why did you put the other button on there?
I just like to have a little bit of variety.
No, I'm going to delete the other one. I can't have both because I'm just going to keep pressing the wrong one, like I did for the whole Roland.
I like to have a
for Roland Garros for the final. You put 4 Rafa and Nadal buttons on there, and I didn't know which one was which, so I played the wrong one. I think 90% of the time.
Even though the live chats kept saying stop pressing that one.
Yeah, but I didn't know which one it was.
It said it on there. It said
No,
the
you
old
tried
one extended. It
confusing
said
me, Ben.
Rafa old button extended. That's
It
what
was the
people wanted.
positioning. I don't have much time. I've got to
No, it's
quickly
because it
press
didn't
on.
look. It's because it didn't look yellow and red. That's why you didn't press it. You only picked the Spanish looking. It was because he had a blue shirt on the picture.
Yeah, I think I just look at the colours. I don't really
Exactly.
read.
You got a bit bamboozled by Rafa in a different color.
Yeah, we've got Liam saying it's a bit like me on the GTL podcast. I guess there's a lot of comparisons there. Liam is the Moratoglu of Game to Love, just sort of lurking in the background, in the shadows. Never really a main stayer on the podcast, but he does come in for the odd occasion here and there when he's not on Liquid, doing a bit of Liquid news.
Liquidating.
Liquidating around.
All right, well.
We've got Lee saying, I love how wittingly Sue Barker relegated Johnny Mack to commentary from Court 17 in future. Yeah, that was nice. It was quite an emotional moment. And I'm glad that Johnny Mack did do that for Sue Barker because she does deserve it. I really like her commentary, all of her sort of broadcasting over the years. I mean, I can't remember a Wimbledon without her doing it. I'm not sure the exact amount of years, but it feels like forever.
Yeah. Really does. It is mad. Think of the gravity of this year's Wimbledon as well. There's so many things like that, like the 100, the centenary thing, like all of this stuff, the middle Sunday being played. Like there's a lot of things going on this year at Wimbledon. It's a bit of an epic one.
There's a few dodgy podcasts in the pressers.
There's a few weirdos running around with beers.
No, there's a lot of stories to tell, though, and we will be talking about it in a podcast. But right now, we're in the business end. Rafa dodges that ball because it's going miles long.
It's a good one, that. Just got his head out the way in time.
Well, he's got to, because if that hits him, he's lost the point.
Imagine it got him in the eye. It's like, Well,
this is what I always wonder. If you're turning away because you think you've won the point and it hits you on the back of the head, you lose the point.
Yep. Never turn you. So they say, never turn your back in a battle. Remember TFO? Was it TFO? Oh, it's a terrible volley there from Botic.
Yeah, not a good volley at all. I mean, he needs to get some lessons from Christian Garin. He was firing them volleys in today. Some brilliant drop shots. I mean, for those who did get the pleasure of watching that match, I'm sure you really enjoyed it. For me, the best match of the championship so far. So much heart and desire. You know what you're going to get with them too, because they are very good players, but their biggest attribute for me is that never die attitude. Garin's good when he can come back from 2 sets down, and Alex de Minaur never gives up on any ball. No. Like at all. He literally injured himself trying to get to a ball today. The desire them two show in tennis, I don't think many people can compete with. And that's why it just made such a great, great match. It was, for me, the best match you could have this tournament so far.
The speed demon, isn't he, after all? So that was one of the questions to him, wasn't it? They were asking him how quick he is in 100 meters.
Yeah. Oh, it's a great backhand. He's got him on the run.
Well
he goes
done.
Drop shot. He gets there, though. And Rafa bottles it a little bit. Great running from Van der Zandschup. 40-15. We've got Gene with another super chat, and he's asking both Botic and Van Rijthoven have the Indian Maharada as their endorsement deal, which is actually a field hockey brand based in Amsterdam. Okay. So that's what it is then.
That's interesting.
Do you know how to say that better than I did?
What, Maharaja, wasn't it?
Oh, Maharaja, the Indian Maharaja.
Yeah, I think I've heard it before. Not because I can read it.
I mean, I've been to a nice Indian restaurant called the Maharaja. There's one in Essex. Liam would know about it.
I'm sure he would.
He loves a good curry.
Bet he does. Right, back to this. So, 5-4, Rafa. And this is where he suddenly turns it on normally. Is the pressure going to suddenly get to him? Did we miss a business end? I think we probably did amongst all of that. I think we can have it now, though, because it is a business end serving style now that it's not going to be easy.
Are you going to press it then, or?
I thought I was teeing you up for it. That's what you
No,
normally
man.
ask me
You
to
was,
do.
you was too smooth. Yeah, it was too smooth. I mean, I've never. That's the smoothest you've ever been. It's just smooth as silk, and it's the business end.
Ching.
Maharaja means king. Well, I would like to correct you on that because I feel Raj means king.
I don't
So I think
know.
just the
I can't answer
Raj
this.
part means king, but not Maharaja. But listen, I'm here to be corrected. That's just my take on it. I do have a little bit of background on the Indian culture, but it doesn't really. Well, maybe I'm wrong, and that'll be very embarrassing.
Maybe.
Yeah, we've
but-
got Liam saying I once threw up at the Maharaja in Essex, so he has been there. And in
Great.
fact, all of this talk,
Great
I may actually either buy my or make myself a curry tonight, or just order one.
Stop ordering stuff.
Yeah, but there's a lot of talk, isn't there, about curries and nice food? I mean, why not?
What is it? Monday. It's not an ordering day.
Yeah, it is. It's Curry Monday. I see. There we go. So Maharaja means emperor. Yeah. So just correct me if I'm. Does Raj mean king? I think it does.
Here we go. It's Love 15. Rafa already making inroads onto this Botic van der Zandschulp service game. And the pressure, the crowd doesn't really seem to be getting behind him here or getting behind either. Great serve. I mean, it really translates. The main place I saw him serving so well, I think I watched him in some challenger final like not too long ago, and I just remember thinking, God, his serve on the indoor hard is so fast.
That's what it is. But it's only because it sounds a lot louder as well.
I know, but on those cameras in the challengers, they're a lot lower as well on some of the indoor ones. So you get to see how fast he's serving, like 130 mile an hour indoors. Crazy. Thunders down. Oh, he's hit the net cord there. Rafa's in. He's lobbed him. It's wide.
Rafa was good. Do you know the worrying thing is there? Rafa actually would have got that if his arms were a little bit longer, and he could have lost that point. So he's very fortunate that his arms aren't as long as he could have wished for. And right now it is 15-30. Rafa 2 points away, closing in on the first set. He's just pouncing when he needs to, and we're getting closer and closer till a potential Novak Djokovic Rafael Nadal final. Imagine.
It is a possibility. Taylor Fritz, though, playing very well. Yet to drop a set at this year's championships. He's going to be one to watch out for. Already
Second serve.
Yeah, this is
double
massive.
fault.
Oh, it is. Oh, no.
Van der Zandschulp, double faults, and he gives away 2 set points. Is Rafa going to take it? 41 minutes on the clock. It's been a rather quick one for Rafa standards, and he's got some set points here. I mean, 1's a tough ask, 2's even more tough, and I think this is going to be the first set wrapped up. But 1 is saved with a great serve. Rafa can't return.
Only 5 likes away from 100. Come on, if you're one of the 5, whack that like button now. Subscribe to Game to Love if you're new to the channel. Second set point coming up. Can we get another big serve, VDZ? Wait and see. It's good serve. Blocked back by Rafa. Forehand into Rafa's backhand. He's looped that one up. He's still attacking the backhand. Oh, it's a great shot from Rafa. He steps in. The forehand.
Oh, there we go. Vamos. Rafa takes the set 6-4. He can save 1, but he can't save 2. And Van der Zandschulp's come unstuck and lost the first set 6-4.
Hey! Vamos! Hey! Vamos! Rafael Nadal! Hey! Vamos! Hey! Vamos! Rafael Nadal!
Unbelievable.
Easy.
He's done it again. I mean, how many times are you going to do the same thing? I'm not complaining. I'm loving it. But he's just taking every opportunity he gets right now. And 1 set up, it's going to be a tough ask for Van der Zandschulp to get back. We've got a lot of love for Rafa coming in. We've got Lewis with the Rafa emojis. If you want emojis yourself, guys, all you need to do is join the membership. Really supports the channel, and we'll read out a lot more of your comments. I'd like to give a shout out to Sandy, who's gifted some, I think 5 Game to Love tennis memberships. I'm not sure who they're to, but really appreciate that, Sandy. Very kind of you helping out the community. Let me know if you're one of the people who have got the membership. And then we've got Ted asking, are you good in cycling? Good at cycling? I mean, not really.
Endurance races aren't my thing.
I went cycling recently on holiday and did a front flip over the and fell off the bike, and the bike went over my head, if that helps. But no, I do cycle quite a bit, but not the best.
It doesn't. It sounds just painful to me. That, to be honest, mate, it doesn't sound like fun at all going on that cycle.
It wasn't too bad. The only thing is, I grazed my knee. But yeah, on holiday, I stupidly was texting on the other hand while I was cycling, and there was someone who sort of just walked a little bit in front. I had to sort of veer around, so I pressed the front brake stupidly. So the front wheel locked up, the back kept going, and just ended up catapulting over the top of the bike, and the bike flying over the top of my head. And I was on some like tour of about 5 or 6 people, so they stopped it. They got the medics. They was like, "Oh, is he all right?" It's funny that someone's asking about cycling. I've just recently had an accident cycling, but it wasn't too bad. I mean, all I had was a graze.
The Dutch players playing are real big on cycling over there, aren't they?
Oh, yeah, probably that. And we've got 100 likes as well, Ben.
We have indeed, sir. Lee saying, does spin class count? Don't think so. I don't think that's proper cycling. Lots of people in lycra just being shouted at.
Have you ever done a spin class?
Nah, it's not really my style. I've never
done one either.
I like to be an anonymous entity in a gym. I don't want to be in one of these big groups of people. I'm definitely anonymous these days. I don't even go. I was going to say quickly as well, something we don't promote enough is our Discord as well. We've got so many people in Discord, and it's the best way to interact with the community when there aren't live streams going on. So I'm whacking that in the live chat just now. Come over to Discord. You can chat to myself and JG if you join the Patreon. And there's some other fun things over there. There's some people doing some betting stats, stuff like that. Or you can join a little game that we play, myself, JG, and some other people, where we do a little game called Beat the Odds. So you can get involved with that too. Yeah,
if you think you're good at picking some good matches during the day, you can just join us and we can explain all the rules. It's quite fun.
No, it's really fun. We've been having some great fun last week. It came down to the final match last week between 5 of us, and Liam eventually won Beat the Odds. So well done to Liam.
Yeah, it makes a change, isn't it? Letting him win one.
I was very frustrated that I didn't win, but he beat me by 0.02 as well. So it was like, couldn't lose by a closer margin. Right, Rafa serving anyway. Serving first as well. Great return there from ZANDSCHULP. Winner, clean winner. You know it's good when Rafa scrambles and tries to hit it and can't even get his racket to it.
Yeah, I mean, he is a really good player, but I just don't see him beating Rafa today, because Rafa's arrived in this tournament after that victory against Sonego. And despite him not doing as well here today, it's still an improvement from the first few matches.
It's big match experience as well. That's the thing that always makes me question, can they lose? And even with Van Rijkhoven, I think you can probably take a set, but can anybody? People can take sets from Djokovic, but they can't beat him. That's the thing. And that's similar.
You've got to look at it like, say, Medvedev, Zverev, Tsitsipas. These guys, they have big match experience now. You can't say they don't, but they still struggle.
Exactly. That's what I mean. And think of that, and then you go down.
That's not it. That disproves your point, if anything, because all I'm saying is they do have the big match experience, but yet they still can't beat them.
You know what I mean? It's still a valid thing, because we're having they're never going to have as much big match experience as those guys. That's just fact. Yeah. Like they don't play on these courts.
Yeah, but I think there's a level where once you've got a few under your belt, you've sort of, or do you think you can always just keep getting more and keep adding to it?
no matter how many they get, even if like Medvedev was to win like another 2 Grand Slams or 3, they still don't have 20 Grand Slams. He still hasn't played as many finals, still doesn't have as many Masters, and it's just experience.
Yeah, we've got Lewis in saying, Ben, JG, who did the Djokovic stream last night? That was Roland, who's from Holland. And I think he put on the Dutch shirt during that one, which was pretty good. He did ask us if he's allowed. And yeah, we love that. We thought it was great. And what I wanted to ask you guys is, we know we've all got a really good commentary team, but let me know in the live chat, who has been some of your favorite commentators this week when me and Ben have been in the press room and not been able to do it? Has there been any particular streams you've enjoyed more than most, and some good moments? Let us know in the live chat, because as much as we've tried to watch some of them on the replay, it has been very difficult with work and timings and stuff. So interested to hear what you guys have to say on some of your favorite commentators, apart from, of course, me and Ben, who we know are your outright favourites, and well, a lot better than sort of McEnroe and all of them guys.
Oh, definitely. Much more tennis knowledge. Right. I just want to say a quick shout out as well, because before I forget, Wally sent us a written offline super chat last night.
Yeah.
So we got to give him a big shout. Really nice message as well. Yeah. Really appreciate that. He can't make it to the streams, a lot of them, but he did send us a nice message and a nice tip. So I really appreciate that, mate, if you do watch this back.
Yeah, Lewis gone with Liam and Roland. However, I'm a big fan of the Liquidator podcast. Yeah, go check that out if you don't know what it is. It's sort of boxing content and stuff, which has nothing to do with tennis, but maybe you are a big sports fan and enjoy that kind of stuff. We've got Casey sharing some love for Megan. M's going, David has been brilliant throughout Wimbledon. Yeah, they've all been really good. Interested to hear what you guys have to say. Gene's going with Roland, Megan, and David were all great this week. Certainly were.
No one can pick between, eh? So it sounds like.
Dubai Felicia loved Megan's play-by-play.
Yeah. And I wanted to say, well, Gary as well, he's reached out and he's been complimenting all of the commentators as well. So, Gary, your words haven't gone unnoticed. I will reply to you at some point. It's just been a very busy day of work. Megan is a standout for him. He's been very complimentary of Megan.
Yeah, I mean, we're getting a lot of Megan, David, and Roland fans. Not so many Liams, but that's understandable. I think there was one early doors, but probably someone who he's paid to have some praise for him.
That was just his other account, wasn't it?
Probably his burner, yeah. He does have a few.
Right, well, at the moment, he's under the cosh, and it could just be starting to turn into one of those run-of-the-mill Rafael Nadal performances at Wimbledon, at a Grand Slam, really. We've seen it many, many times before. It could be happening again. Good forehand there from Rafa. He's really hitting the ball well. Lovely backhand as well down the line.
It's long. You just jinxed him, Ben. Why are you doing that?
Hitting the ball. He's moving
hitting the ball
him
well and he hits it long.
He's moving him from side to side. That's the key. How long can you keep running?
Ems loves it when Megan says Alcaraz. I'll have to listen to that.
Yeah.
I think Alcaraz is one of her favourite players, so I'm sure that passion is coming across on the stream. Lewis saying, we all know JG has dominance over Liam due to tennis ability. Yes, that's correct. I believe we've played numerous amounts of sets together.
He was calling you
Liam
out
still
earlier.
Yet to win one.
He was calling you out for a challenge JG in his stream earlier. And he was saying that he is the superior tennis player and you're a wet flannel, if the quote was.
Wow.
I'm doing a presser. It's like the Sister Basquerios thing.
Can you put your hand up before you say it next time?
Yeah, definitely.
Well, that's just complete nonsense because he doesn't get anywhere near me on a tennis court. A bit like watching this one, actually. And Rafa here, 15-30, looking to break early in the second. We're in the rally. Backhand to backhand they go. Rafa steps in, goes wild. And a few errors. This is not as good as Sonego, I feel, in spells. It's just not been as... He's not been as dominant.
No.
Nowhere
not
near.
as dominant. Just... It seems like a bit of a, I don't know, not workmanlike, is it? But I don't know. It just doesn't have that. The crowd don't seem to be getting into it as much, do they? It's not like the, whoa, rip roaring forehand. Whoa, another big win. It's more like, I'm just going to play a rally. Oh, it's gone out style match.
Talking of wet flannels, have you watched any of the Liquidator podcast or not really? Not at the time.
When I've had time, none. It's
No.
been literally. I've been falling asleep editing the last.
I mean, it's
few
one of them
nights.
things. Even if you had time, you probably wouldn't choose to watch it. There's a lot more exciting things around. But listen, if people are at a loose end in your days, go check it out. I'm sure it can fill a void in your life, if there is one, of course. And we have 12 Travel to Understand the JG Liam rivalry is a bit like all of the Rafa Casper practice sets. Yeah, it's a bit like that. Very similar. Kind of know what's going to happen. And Liam there is fighting back, saying, don't let JG ask it. His voice will crack. Very nice of him.
That's a bit mean. You saw our bullet.
Oh, look at that. Inside out forehand. That is the shot, I think, on grass, which just seems to work better than most.
I like
it's the backhand down the line for Rafa and the inside out forehand. That's the combination I want to see more of at Wimbledon this year.
That's the way he steps around it and just like crushes that ball. How many likes are we up to on this video? We're up to 120. Let's get that up to 200. There's 400 in. Whack the like on the video. Subscribe to Game to Love if you're new. Join the Patreon. You see underneath JG, we've been at Wimbledon. There's behind the scenes Wimbledon footage that is only exclusive to Patreon members. It's only $3 a month and you can sign up today and get access to it. Link pinned in the live chat.
Yeah, and you also get access to it. This is something what people don't know about. If you are in the GOAT tier of the membership, that is another way of getting access to all of the Patreon content as well. I know MJ was asking me the other day, and that is another way. So if you are in the GOAT tier of the membership on YouTube, reach out to us and we can arrange for the content to all be sent to you, which is quite easy to do.
Definitely. Right, well, advantage Nadal breakpoint opportunity. Bad first serve from Botic and a second serve. Will Rafa break early in the second and now start to exert his dominance on this fourth round matchup? And he has. It's into the net. And Rafa, fist pump, a quick one. No Bamoses yet. No need.
Vamos! Hey! Vamos! Rafael Nadal! Hey! Vamos! Hey! Vamos! Rafael Nadal!
Unbelievable. I mean, we've been bigging up Botic, but ultimately just
plain sailing, isn't it? At the moment?
but Rafa's not played that well at all. Like, not played well, and he finds himself up a set and up a break. And this is why I thought it was going to be straight sets, and I still think it's going to be. That one is pulled wide because of the net cord. It would have probably been a winner, and I think it's a matter of time until Rafa is into the quarterfinals, where I think that's where it starts to get really challenging for him.
Who would be his quarterfinals? Would it be potentially? Is it Fritz?
It's Fritz, right?
Yeah, it is Fritz. He went through, didn't he? Yeah, in straight sets. You're right.
We will be doing a quarterfinal review very soon on the podcast. So after this match is over, we'll be maybe having a quick break and do a few podcasts for you guys, which should be quite a lot. Well, should be a lot of fun.
Is that a food break?
We'll have a food break. Yeah, we've got Ford Sabasa saying, hey, JG, how's Rafa doing? Just started watching now. Is this as good as his performance against Sonego? No, it is nowhere near the level of Sonego.
Doesn't need to be.
I think Van der Zandschulp, though, he's played okay. Just looks a bit within himself. I think mentally, he's really struggling with the occasion of being on this big stage at Wimbledon with all the crowd there and playing Rafael Nadal. It just seems a little bit too much for him at the moment. And there's too many unforced errors, nowhere near the amount of winners. And before this match, you looked at his differential in the first 3 rounds. I think it's like 51 differential between winners and unforced errors. Here, 13 winners, 15. So he's got a negative differential. Whereas Rafa, before the tournament, was minus 15. He's got a positive one here. 10 winners, 6 unforced. Rafa playing a lot better than Van der Zandschulp. However, Rafa's not really got going. So that's my analysis of the match so far. Great volley from Rafa. That one is not going to land back in, and it is 30-15. Looking to go 3-love up here.
It's pretty good analysis. I think you're right. He hasn't had to really do that much, has he, to get this advantage? That's a bit strange. Like the last match, you'd think, oh yeah, he just played great and he earned it. This one, he's earning it just at singular moments. He's not really doing it throughout the whole thing. He's just playing well enough.
Yeah, and as Dubai says, vamos means pame. And what is it, Dubai Felicia, in what's the other language we've learnt recently? We've got, obviously, Polish is Yazda, and there's another one, Ben.
Kala, wasn't it?
Kala, which is for Tunisians, right?
Yeah, I believe so. It was Kala, wasn't it?
It's Arabic.
Arabic.
Not Kala. I don't think it's Kala.
I thought it was
Yala.
Yala. Sorry. I knew it was something like that.
Yeah. There we
Not
go.
bad.
See, Dubai. I knew Dubai Felicia would be on this next. And yeah, Pame means Yala. Yala.
Yala. Yala, yala.
Always learning on here as well. This is the great thing about it.
Always. So we got, although I can't remember it, and I'm going to end up saying Kala whenever I go somewhere, and everyone will know what I'm talking about. Right, serving.
Yeah, that's bad, man. That's not a good shot from Van der Zandschulp. Unforced error off the return. It wasn't even the greatest. He knew it was going down the tee. He positioned his body for it and then went long. Definitely very tense there. It's been an hour and Van der Zandschulp's not got past that initial nerves of the match, I feel. And Rafa here, 3-love.
Hey! Vamos! Hey! Vamos! Rafael Nadal! Hey! Vamos! Hey! Vamos! Rafael Nadal!
Unbelievable.
Boom, boom, boom. 3-love. I feel this second set's done already, which is sad to say, really, for Van der Zandschulp, because he's been looking really good this tournament so far. I wouldn't say, obviously, it's not the same opposition, really, as Rafael Nadal on the other end of the court, but he still won pretty convincingly against Gasquet, who was having a good tournament, Rusevori, Lopez. And you saw all the winners he's been hitting. How many has he hit today, Van der Zandschulp?
Exactly. He's struggling with it. And it's funny, isn't it, how it can just turn on its head. The other day, we're talking about how Dutch play. It's a great tournament for Dutch players. Van der Rijthoven then goes out. Botic goes out. How great is it for Australian players? All doing good as well. And then Alex de Minaur goes out.
Yeah.
Did Tomjanovic come through in the end? I think she did.
Yeah, I believe so.
But there was another one who went out. Kubler then went out.
Yeah.
But at least there's a few. We've got it's still quite good for Australians with Aya Tomjanovic and Kyrgios still in.
Glad what I said came to fruition with Harmony Tan as well. As soon as she finds somebody who can actually swat a ball away, she goes out. So
I think comfortably as well. Let's have a look at the score. 6-2, 6-3. I mean, just over an hour. Harmony Tan finally met her match against someone who doesn't really know much about Wimbledon or the grass courts at all. In her press room, she doesn't know anything about the history of Wimbledon. She was asked a few questions about the Middle Sunday. She said, "What's that?" I don't
none
know
of them know it. That's what I mean. I've heard that question so many times, and then everybody was just like, "What?" They're like, "Oh, I didn't know that was a thing." And they said, "Oh, I'm not."
No, but she was saying that she's not. Even Anisimova was very honest in the fact that she's not a very good student of the game. She's not someone who knows about the history. She opened up about that in the press room, and I thought that was quite interesting and nice to hear, because just because you're a good tennis player doesn't mean you know about all of the stuff what happened before and have. I don't. It doesn't strike me as someone who probably watches much tennis when she's not playing. Although she did have a lot of good things to say about Serena. She was very excited to watch Serena, she said.
Yeah, I mean,
but that's a bit different, isn't it?
Legend. She's like iconic, though, Serena. That's the thing. I thought it was a bit of a strange question they asked Djokovic yesterday as well. That guy, like, what sort of question? Can you name like the best forehand, like all the best shots from all the best players and all the what sort of question's that? Like, you want him to name the best forehand, best backhand, best serve, best volleyer from all time or something? Like, give him a chance. Like, put him on the spot a bit. Like, a bit ridiculous. And then the woman had to say, like, we can't, like, we had to cut him off for
I
halfway
just don't
through.
think it was the right time or moment after a match. It just seemed a bit
Weird.
strange.
Yeah, because you see Djokovic is like, trying to think on the spot. Like, give him some time to actually compose a good list. Ridiculous. Because then he's
I'll
going to
let
end
you
up.
do some play-by-play because I'm just setting up the podcast.
No problem at all. Right, Rafa serving anyway into the net with that first serve. 3-1 up here, sort of in cruise control at the moment. Rafa. I'd like to see something more from Botic down the other end. Can he change something up? Can he go for something a bit more than he already is? I feel that Rafa's moving him so well. And there's a great drop shot from Rafa. Oh, my word. That's the best drop shot of the match so far. Oh,
I've
can we
stopped
see John
typing.
Silk in
Let's
there?
have a
Is he
look.
there? Didn't see him. Silk there?
Did you
What
see
drop?
John?
No, I was trying to. When they went close to the crowd, I was just.
I mean, that is a fantastic drop shot. I think his decision was made that he had to go with it because Botic hit the net corner. It took all the pace off the ball, and it was very difficult, the body position of Rafa, to do anything other than a drop shot
Great
there.
shot.
So he was forced into it, but still, the execution was brilliant.
I feel that Botic needs to shorten the rallies. I don't think going into long rallies with Rafa right now is the best option for him. You can see he's getting maneuvered round the court by Rafa with all the top spin. He's going to have to start trying to hit some winners off of returns of serve, I think, or at least make it uncomfortable for. It's like you lose either way, so you may as well at least go for it. But that's a great serve from Rafa. Oh, a terrible volley though. Shades of Roland Garros semi-final against Djokovic. That volley on top of the net, the one that we remember so well.
Famous one. I'm never going to forget it.
I know, it was horrendous. Like, oh my god, it was shocking. Yeah, it was a bit like that. But it's 30-all, and is Rafa letting Botic back into this match now? And I'd say
not.
thanks to Forza Barca there for the super chat. So going to be an uphill task.
No,
Fritz
cheers, mate.
Kyrgios, then Joker in the final. Fingers crossed. Vamos, Rafa, and love to you too. Cheers for that. Appreciate the super
cheers.
chat.
Really appreciate that. We will talk about this. There's a lot to discuss on the podcast later. So hopefully as many of you can join us on that as possible. We'll speak about maybe a little bit further than the quarters as well, and what side looks a little bit tougher. Which side of the draw would you rather be on, the Rafa side or the Djokovic side? We'll also do one for the women's as well. If we have time, we'll have to see what's happening with the other things as well.
What? So we're only doing one? Or we're just doing
No, I'm happy to do both, but we'll just
okay.
have to. I'm not sure what timings they're going to be.
Oh, okay. No worries.
I can't set the other one up yet because I don't know what time.
Yeah, it's tough. We don't know what time this match is going to finish. Yeah,
that's the thing. With tennis, it's very difficult to plan anything because
you
things
can't
can change very quickly.
It's impossible.
Well, the only thing we do have as a certainty that this match cannot go longer than 3 hours.
No, yeah, exactly.
Now.
I don't think it will anyway.
No. The way it's looking, no. Second serve here for Rafa. 40-30, looking to go 4-1 up.
I mean, he's gonna have to literally fall apart here, Rafa, to lose this.
Yeah, it's just a lot of unforced errors, isn't there, from Botic?
Yeah. Too many.
And just like that, he does hold 4-1, Rafael Nadal.
I feel like he's under the spell at the moment.
We've got Forza Barca saying no late in the final if he wins tomorrow. Well,
what is that? Because what about Norrie? No chance for Norrie?
Listen, we've got a lot to discuss. I'm going to be quite. I'm not going to play it safe on this podcast later on.
Good stuff.
I ever do.
I'd like to hear.
Nick Kyrgios with the injury. Did you read too much into that or not?
It wasn't a good sign, to be honest, especially if it's in the serving arm. That's the problem. His serve is his key thing in his game, and that did worry me. But he's obviously got some sort of numbing agent rubbed into it. So how long can you have that done though? Like, what damage are you doing?
True.
That's the one problem. So we'll have to wait and see on that. Maybe will he release anything? I don't even know if he'll speak about it. Did he speak about it in his presser? I didn't
Not
hear
listen
John
to the
say.
presser. I mean, John was there on the ground. He's not said anything to us. So let's read this stat. Though Rafael NADAL bidding to become the oldest man in the Open era to win the Wimbledon singles title and win his 9th Grand Slam title since turning 30. 9 Grand Slam titles. I mean, sorry, I think he's won 8 Grand Slam titles since turning 30. This would be his 9th. And of course, if Federer was to have won Wimbledon in 2019 when he had all their match point opportunities, he would have been the oldest man to win Wimbledon. Now Rafa has got a big shot of doing so.
It is what it is. Had his chance. Botic. Right. Trying to remember
Rafa's
who's
going to challenge here. I think just to try and bring a bit of excitement. I don't know how the atmosphere does seem a little flat.
Seems dead, man.
It's not quite the same, but maybe that's because we're not there, though, Ben.
No, but
and when I say that, I don't mean we're the ones bringing the atmosphere.
Yeah, I mean,
let me clarify. I mean, when you're there, it just sounds a lot louder. When you're on the screen, because I was watching a bit of the replay of Alcaraz Sinner, it doesn't sound nowhere near as loud as what it actually was.
Well, they have to dampen all of the.
They dampen a lot
down.
of it, so maybe it is more of an atmosphere than what it seems on the screen.
Because they probably want just people to hear the ball strikes and all that type of thing more.
Yeah, Liam there saying he kept getting massages and took painkillers. Kathy going, he took anti-inflammatories in the second set. They kicked in by the third. Yeah, I did see some of this, but my concern is how is it a long-term thing where he's not gonna be able to shake it for the next match, or was it just he slept on it a bit funny?
If that was the reason, imagine. He's a big guy, though.
Literally, I mean, just a case of is it something he's going to be able to shake off?
Yeah.
It's more of a term of phrase.
I wouldn't be surprised though. He's a big old lump, isn't he? If he slept awkwardly, probably have real problems. Oh, great serve, Botic there. Doesn't want to get broken again here. We're talking about Jabeur.
A lot of straight sets today on the women's.
Yeah.
Only the one went free, and that was Kornet Tomjanovic. And on the men's, a few 5-setters.
Apparently,
we started with 5-setters, and then they got more comfortable as they went on. So maybe this is going to be another one of the comfortable ones.
Apparently, Kornet was cramping in her match, so
don't doubt it at all. In the press room, she had a big block of ice she was sitting on, and it took her about 40 seconds to start her first question because she was trying to get comfortable to sit on the chair. So she couldn't sit on the chair for 30, 40 seconds because she was rearranging the ice. And then when she did come on and she was ready, I mean, she was a bundle of laughs. What a great personality.
Amazing.
And it's going to be really sad when she retires. She said, most likely in answer to my question, that it's going to happen sort of Roland Garros start of next year, maybe, or Australia next year. So let's wait and see. But I want to see her just play for as long as possible because she's such a good energy and a good player as well. Beat some good players here, of course. Iga Swiatek.
Yeah, and in answer to my question, nothing.
Still want to know.
And I can see why she didn't. She lost. Maybe if I'd have told her, she might have won. Who knows? But I get what she meant at the time. It's just like, soak it in. The Heather Watson one was quite funny as well. She was showing off all her injuries. She was climbing down off of the stage just to show her all her bruises and cuts and everything. She seems very nice, though, Heather Watson.
Yeah. Shame she went out of the doubles, so I know she was targeting that with Harriet Dart. Kitchenok and Ostapenko beat her.
Oh, Ostapenko. I bet she had a few boos today.
Yeah. Not the most popular, is she?
Definitely not.
She's a bit like the female Kyrgios. She just doesn't really think before she speaks.
It all does.
But I don't know. I don't know. I
reaction.
like both of them. I'm not a hater of either of them. So as much
Why
as
the-
people criticize them a lot, the sport's a better place with them in it.
Oh, definitely. And that's the one thing that I can't ever disagree with Kyrgios on is when they're talking about tennis and you saw the other day, Rafa's playing on one court, but the court you can't get in on is Kyrgios. And that's because he does bring, it's a bit of a circus, but people want to watch it. And he got on centre today.
Because I'm a big tennis fan, but a lot of tennis can become a little boring. And when you go to watch Nick Kyrgios, you get a bit of tennis and a bit of stuff what's not tennis, and that's why it appeals to the wider audience. We can sit through long matches because we're big tennis fans, but to most who like tennis, they find it a tad boring after it goes on for a little bit. And don't get me wrong, I understand what they mean at times, but we just have that extra level of passion, I guess, for it.
Yeah, I mean, it's tough to be that into a one thing. You can't be a fair weather fan and be like, oh, I'll just sit here for 5 hours and watch this match. It just doesn't really happen. Right. Rafa trying to get to the magic 5 anyway in this second set. 2 points away.
Just he's done it again. The same serve.
Yeah.
Rafa hits a serve down the tee, and Van der ZANDSCHULP so wild.
Yeah.
And you may be wondering, why am I getting frustrated? Of course, I want Rafa to win, but it is just a bit annoying and frustrating to see an opponent hand the match to him completely. I mean, as I like Van der ZANDSCHULP, but there's no point. There's no point in him turning up today at all.
No, he hasn't turned up.
He's not been at it. I think he's just happy with his paycheck. He's gone very far. His attitude looks like he's just given up, and that's how it feels. It's not much of a match to commentate on and talk about the different tactics involved, because it just seems like Rafa's doing the same thing, and he's actually a little bit predictable, if anything.
It's not
However,
even
Van der ZANDSCHULP's not adjusted at all, and he's not maybe moving a little bit over on that serve or changing his on-court position to receive the serve or anything different. All he's doing is hitting the same backhand long every time off the Rafa serve down the tee. And it's got to come a point where he's got to use some brain cells. He's just lacking a lot of tennis IQ right now.
I think this feeds into quite nicely what you were saying just before, to be honest. Like where some people, it's not even the long matches that some people might find boring. It could be matches like this where already know who's going to win. It doesn't seem like Botic's even going to do anything in this match. Seems that just Nadal is, and it's not even like a.
Yeah, but you've been saying to me, Ben, a lot that Botic's going to push Rafa.
I hoped he would.
Yeah, but are you watching this and thinking maybe a little bit differently on the matter? Is it
definitely?
Would you say it's a bad showing of Botic, or
terrible showing of Botic?
Has he gone down in your estimations a little bit?
No, because it's just that being under the big lights for the real first time. I mean, he had it against Medvedev. It's not Nadal and it's not Djokovic. When you go against those ones, it's now you're all eyes on the world. When he played Medvedev, there was quite a few people watching.
Took a set, didn't he?
Yeah, as soon as you play Nadal, the whole world is watching you now. It's not just the people on that court. You've got millions of people around the world are now watching this match. And he probably thought about it at some point, and now it's affecting him. Biggest match of his life.
Oh, there he goes. There's my boy. Big inside out forehand. Rafael Nadal. Look at that for a shot. Let's watch that on the
Great
replay.
shot.
He just steps into it. He's got going, hasn't he? Just catching the outside of the line. Unreturnable. Just brilliant tennis from Rafa here. Beautiful. I want to see more winners now from him. I've seen 12.
Does it? Just go for it a bit more. Come on.
He can play with that freedom, with the way Botic's looking so nervous.
Yeah, definitely. I mean,
Rafa can afford to try some things. And look at that. It's another terrible shot. Love 30. He's going to probably hand the set to him right here. And the 6-2.
Then he just starts serving again. Yep. The next set, it's just terrible. It's like the worst possible thing you can do.
And Rafa's lost 12 points off his serve today.
I mean, I'm 12. But at least it sort of does feed into the fact that something I did get right probably was Van Rijkhoven did give Djokovic a tougher match than Botic's giving Rafa.
Well,
which
in
is-
spells. I mean, for a set.
took a
Apart from
set.
that, it was 6-1, 6-1, wasn't it, or something, or 6-1, 6-2.
yeah, I mean, the last two sets, I mean, that's just Djokovic. I mean, I don't think I've seen anything more graceful than just watching Djokovic on that centre
That's
court.
true.
It was
It
amazing.
did blow me away. It's going to be a memory what sticks with me forever watching Djokovic on centre. The way he was able to return serve so majestically.
Amazing. Fast serves as well. So fast. It's
We've
not
got
even just
12 Travel asking, maybe Ben's question to Rafa asking about the challenge of facing Botic prompted Rafa to do more research and resulted in this beatdown.
No, it didn't. His answer said it all. He knew what was going to happen today. And he knew if he just played his best, Botic would turn up. It'd be a deer in the headlights, and he'd just probably be able to swat him away. That's why he didn't probably give me a detailed enough
Rafa's answer was very much...
If I play my game, I'll beat him.
It was just very predictable. It's just the standard PR response of what you'd expect anyone to say.
He knew
He's probably
he'd
said
beat
that
him.
same answer on repeat about 20 times.
He knew.
No, 20 times, 200 times.
Well, he knew what to expect. Somebody coming to play him at a Grand Slam who's not on his level at Grand Slams. And it's just like that. That's his response. If I play the way I played against Sonego today, I'll beat him. That's pretty much it. And he hasn't had to play that way. And he's still beating him, which is ridiculous.
Well, he saved these set points, though, Ben. And another one is
It's
coming
long.
up.
That's poor. Poor
So
from
it's the
Botic.
third set point. He saved 2 of them. Third one coming up. 1 hour 20 on the clock. Rafa looking for a swan in the second to get a nice 6-2. Botic, is he ready to serve? Yes, he is. The first serve misses the line. It's going to be a second serve. Luckily for him as well, because that was a great return from Rafa down the line.
It was a good return. Right. If you're just joining, whack a like on the video. Subscribe to Game to Love if you're new. Oh,
he's double forward and completely bottled it here. Or bootled it, as you could say.
I was going to call him Bottle Van der Sandschulp. That was my one.
Yeah, Bottle Van der Zandschulp has bottled it here. 1 hour 20, and it is 2 sets to love. Rafael Nadal. Vamos!
Hey! Vamos! Hey! Vamos! Rafael Nadal! Hey! Vamos! Hey! Vamos! Rafael Nadal!
Unbelievable.
What's this comment?
Well, this is a better one. We've got Liam in. Wind back one whole year. Who on earth would have thought Rafa would have this season?
Mad, isn't it? So good. Like, just great to see him back at his best again.
I mean, wind back 1 year. Who'd have thought we'd been asking Rafa a question live? That's another thing as well.
It doesn't even. That's what I was sort of saying last night, just to my girlfriend. I just was sat there and I just thought, it's a bit weird. Like, I've just been watching like this guy like playing like in and out, like on streams, just seeing him there on the TV, and the next thing you know, I'm just sitting like there, and he's right there, and then I'm talking to him. What? It doesn't even. I can't quite get into. I don't think it's really sunk into my head what really happened.
It's hard to comprehend for sure. I mean, imagine Liam. He does a lot of boxing content. A year down the line, is he going to be interviewing Tyson Fury?
Wow.
I'm all for it. I'm hoping. My fingers are crossed. I would love him to be involved in the boxing in some capacity, or maybe football or something. That'd be quite cool. And it just goes to show, if you dedicate enough time at something and keep going, you can use this in anything in life. You never know what could open up, what doors are going to open next. And certainly 2022, a lot of tennis doors have opened we never thought would ever open.
Yeah, and at our home tournament as well.
Yeah.
I mean,
and that can be applied to anything you're doing. It doesn't have to be commentating on YouTube. It can be, if you just keep persevering at something could open up. As long as you like it and enjoy doing it, then you can't really go too far wrong.
I do. Yeah. I mean, it's one of those things that it's the oldest adage that you hear from anybody who's done anything, and they all just say, you just got to keep working hard. You just got to, and I don't know. I'm sure everybody does realize how hard that we work on the podcast, but I don't think we've had like barely any spare time or free time in the past like nearly 3 years. We literally put our heart, soul, everything into it. So it's been constant, it's been intense, and it has been like at some points probably led to us getting ill and not sleeping and all of this other stuff, but just goes to show it's right. So well, they've gone off for a toilet break at the moment, just in case anybody's wondering what's going on in the match. People are just standing there like filming Nadal, I guess. But Botic has gone off for a toilet break. Oh no, he's back. Sorry.
No, I just grabbed my charger.
No, not you. Botic went off for a bit. Now they're just going around the guy. I guess Rafa's gone off for a bit, has he?
Come on, he's just gone off for a toilet break. Oh, now he's back on. It's like, as soon as I come, it just
Rafa went off as well.
It just fits perfect.
It's weird because Botic went off first, and then he came back, and then Rafa went, which is weird. They normally go together.
No,
not they don't always go together.
After 2 sets, he's always going. No. I can't remember if he's always done that. Let me know some of Rafa fans in the chat. Has Rafa always done after 2 sets, he goes for a toilet break? For me, it just seems to be a recent thing. Last few years.
I'd like to ask Rafa. Over all the years, you line up your water bottles in the same way at every tournament. Which is your preferred water bottle? All the water bottles that you line up, because the Evian ones are quite fat. But I see the thinner ones, he seems to quite like. I think he likes them a bit more. He lines a few up, even more than 2. He's only got 2 Evian ones there today.
He's always drinking in the press room as well. Have you seen him?
Yeah.
He goes for a few bottles. He loves it.
Still sweating. It's like me. Finish exercising and then still sweat. Even after a shower, I'm still sweating. I'm like, this is ridiculous. Please stop. All right, 2-love.
Brilliant serve. And that's the
Great
beauty of
serve.
him breaking Botic.
Yep.
At the end of the second, he gets to serve first here, and he's 2-love up. And I don't know, it could be dangerous serving first, because before flash, we could be 3-love.
I'm going to find out if John's in there or if he just saw 2 sets and left. You never know, do you?
We're in the rally, and there we go. Botic smashes that one into the net as well. The crowd are so flat. They're hardly clapping now.
Yeah,
I think it's because there's just so many unforced errors. Rafa's not having to do much at all.
I'm asking what the atmosphere is like there.
Yeah, we've got 12 Travel asking, will you have a press pass at the Laver Cup this year? Maybe we can have a practice hit with Roger and Rafa. Ben and JG versus Roger and Rafa.
At least split those 2 up, please. Don't make us go against those 2.
I think we could take them on.
God, imagine. It's going to be like the worst.
Listen, I'm telling you now, me and Roger would beat you and Rafa.
Why? You didn't want to pair up with Rafa. I don't think you can handle being on Rafa's team. That's why you split yourself up from him. I think that.
No, I'm just telling you, me and Roger would double bagel you and Rafa.
Whatever. That's ridiculous.
So
I'm doubles champion, mate. Twice over.
So you think you and Rafa would have a good vibe going on?
Yeah, after every point.
I think you'd get in his way, mate.
No, after every point,
you'd be too much in his way.
I'll turn around and I'll be like, vamos! And then fist pump, vamos!
I think me and Roger just we play the very beautiful way, so we'd complement each other with our styles.
Who said that you play the same as Federer? Is that someone on that holiday?
No, because me and Roger would know what to do. We'd just keep targeting you. I'd just keep firing the ball at you.
I wonder what we would do then.
You'd be targeting Roger, probably, wouldn't you?
Yeah, definitely targeting
his bad knee.
I'll be targeting your knee, your grazed knee.
That is actually the knee what hurts as well, but no correlation.
No, I'd just wait until you're at the net and then hit it at you. Watch that great volley and skill.
Mate, your aiming's not good enough. Oh, Botic turned
great
up.
shot.
Big shot. I think Rafa's just trying to make it exciting. He no way should have approached the net there.
If that actually ever became a doubles match, I'm not sure who would go and watch it. No one for us. All right, well, the chance now to turn it all around, maybe, for Botic van der Zandschulp. If he was to get a break, would it give him some confidence and would he be able to consolidate it?
Well, it's obvious. It's
too
going to give
far
him
ahead.
confidence, but
too far ahead. Look too far ahead. Point by point. Come on, Botic. Need to get the break point.
what time would you like to do the women's one? I'm setting up now. Straight after the men's?
Yeah, late, please. As late as
Like
possible.
3 in the morning?
Yeah,
you like
about
a nice late one.
Yeah, a nice late one. 3 a.m.
Alarm. Set an alarm.
Still need to
wake
up. Wake up at 6 a.m. and
like
do
Australia all over again.
Horrible.
When that alarm's ringing.
I did want to
It's
try
just
and
the
do
worst.
some it's awful. I did want to try and edit that vlog. I tried to do a little bit last night, but it just got too late. I want to try and get back onto that again tonight. Some quite good footage of myself, JG, John Silk, and our whole day on Super Saturday at Wimbledon, which was it was Super Saturday. A lot went on.
Yeah, it's a fun one, that.
You can see John Silk changing colours as the day went on, and eventually seeing him necking some champagne, watching Rafa on centre. So doesn't get better than that, does it?
We should have filmed him peering through the curtain.
I know.
So listen to this. We recognised John from his backside. Well, let me clarify. Ben recognised John from just his backside.
His Zagreb jeans, I call it.
Yeah, it was just the jeans. Ben just saw because John's head was in this curtain, so we couldn't actually see him. And Ben was, "Oh, look at that, it's John." And I was like, "How do you know it's John?" It's just because Ben recognised his jeans.
I was like, he wore them in Zagreb. I remember it because he had the Zagreb styles. A few rips.
I think he was looking at his bum, but there we go. And well, let's what's looking in this match because Botic has just broken the start of the third set. Rafa is taking his foot off the pedal here. And Van der Zandschulp, wow, is this the first button press of the match for him?
Biggest cheer I've heard.
Botic and the ZANDSCHULP. Botic and ZANDSCHULP.
There he is.
Terrible button. Sorry, I apologize to him as a player.
You might deserve another verse or something.
Well, I said I knocked it up because I was going to cover the end of him versus Medvedev because I thought he might come back in that match, and then I made that quick button, and then he just lost. So I was like, "Oh, I can't cover it." No, it was, if it was going to go to a fifth. That was it. It didn't go to a fifth.
Liam there with his dream boxing, well, not boxing, dream YouTube event, which I'm sure he would cover on his channel because he covers all the other trash events out there. And that would be JG versus Ben singles on grass, Silk versus Moratoglu 12 rounds of boxing, and David versus his new light.
I wanted a Liam versus Astrid.
Yeah, you got to put that on the undercard, maybe. Well, they do UFC
wrestling.
Yeah, wrestling. Sumo wrestling.
They have to wear the big nappy thing. I'm sure there's a more technical term for it. Not big nappy.
No, I think it is the big nappy. I've heard someone say that before.
It's not called that.
I've heard people call it the big nappy before, Ben.
I was taking a big nappy at Wimbledon.
Yeah, Lewis, they're saying, I love how confident you guys are. You put Rafa in the quarterfinal preview thumbnail when he hasn't
I didn't
even
know you were
won
gonna
yet.
I didn't know you were going to post it already.
Oh, look, Van der Zandschulp's going to come back now just to spite us. You just
That's
know
why I
it.
said that. That's why I sent it to you. I was like, this is a bit tongue in cheek. I already put him on there, but that could be jinxing stuff. I don't know. Hopefully not.
Yeah, hope not.
Imagine if it's not. I'm gonna have to swap him for Botic.
Oh,
I put Nori on there. Oh,
my
great
word,
forehand, wasn't it? A bit better the
he's not.
rallies now.
Yeah, he's not so nervous anymore.
With 2 sets down, he got nothing to
The backhand down
Wow.
the line, though. That's the shot I love so much. That's the one which he beat Novak Djokovic on. The exact shot right there on match point. He's just done it again. He's got 2 break points to get back on serve. I think Botic's playing as if he's got nothing to lose completely. So there's no nerves on him at all. He's playing his tennis, and that's why we're seeing a much better level. However, I think Rafa now, because he's been pushed, he's going to start upping his level as well. So that's got the makings of a good match.
Oh, there it is.
That's the one. That is the one.
Hey! Vamos! Hey! Vamos! Rafael Nadal! Hey! Vamos! Hey! Vamos! Rafael Nadal!
Unbelievable.
Unbelievable.
Wait, didn't he? He said that, didn't he? To answer your question,
I can't remember now. I'd have to watch.
He said one of his phrases, which he always says during the middle of your question. It was so good. Yeah, it was a Rafa catchphrase.
Oh, I like a good Rafa catchphrase. Obviously, I play unbelievable, and
I have to watch it back. We've got Keelan asking, are we going to be going down to Wimbledon this week? Well, the plan was no, but Wimbledon sent us an email yesterday saying that there's a gift waiting for us, especially for the Game to Love podcast from Wimbledon. So we feel like we should go back just to see what the gift is.
We turn up and then they just close the door and just go like, arrest us. It was just a trick to get us back.
The gift is probably the police. They're just going to take us away. They're big guns. They've put us against the wall and just a firing squad.
There they are. That's the guy who tried to get a beer on centre court yesterday.
They're the ones who were filming around the ground. Not allowed.
We didn't. It was just for personal.
It was only John.
It was John Silk. He's on a different channel.
He does the Silk Report.
Yeah, ban the Silk Report. I don't know if John did. John even reply? It's big time.
About what?
You know? I said, "What's the atmosphere like on centre?"
Did he read it?
Don't know. Not even checked.
No, he's not replied. Doesn't care.
He's too immersed in Rafa love. He's probably sat there with his Rafa spectacles on. Look at him now. Look, Game to Love. After getting broken, he just breaks straight back, then Game to Love, just to say, yeah, this is my
No,
court,
it's the 15,
mate.
wasn't it?
No, Love.
Are you sure?
It said 40 Love, and then he just hit it in the net. So I'm just going off what's on the screen.
Yes, it was to Love.
Well done, Rafa. Right, how many likes are we up to on the video? We haven't checked in a while. 34 away from 200. Come on, I see all of you there. You're not pressing it. And you're saying, yeah, but I got to move the live chat out for a second just so that I can press the button. Well, just cancel it and then press the like and then bring it back up again. It's quick. I've done it before.
No, you don't have to do that, though.
Well, I'm just old school then.
No, I'm fascinated, but you say that. That's really interesting to me because I wasn't sure if that's... Let me just verify
That's what I have to do to do it because it always covers it.
Sometimes I do have to do that, but other times I don't. But I can't work out why I don't have to sometimes.
No, because the live chat covers it normally. So I cancel the live chat.
Yeah, but I don't exit. I think this is what... I just scroll down on it. If you scroll down on it, it goes.
Oh, no, because I don't ever
scroll.
I'm
on iPhone, though. I don't know if you're on it. You have iPhone,
I've got iPhone. Oh. Here we go.
Yeah, you can't have the live chat and the like button, but I don't exit. I just scroll down on it and it goes.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I always exit it and then it's just a button next to the like button anyway.
Oh, yeah.
So you just like it and then just bring it back up
I think
again.
I've ever pressed that.
Yeah, see?
We have different ways of navigating, you see.
That's it.
Let us know what you guys do. Do you press the X or do you scroll down to get off the live chat?
Casey, thanks for the help for all us over 30s. Well, JG gave me a lesson on iPhone the other day because I don't know how to clear all the storage, but I don't realize all the apps that are taking up all this storage on my phone, and I had no space to take any pictures anymore.
Yeah, for those who have elderly sort of parents or grandparents,
Yeah.
I'm someone who often goes up and helps my grandparents with their technology. So their phones, if they've got some funny text from someone, I'm always
Oh.
on there helping them, or trying to get
Spam.
some music or whatever they want. I'm always there trying to give them a helping hand. If you mention the cloud, of course, that really does amuse them.
Yeah,
And
that's
it's something. What the cloud? What that's something you can talk about. I had one of them moments with Ben the other day at Wimbledon.
it was
I
great.
felt like I was teaching my granddad something on his phone. But Ben eventually has got to grips with it, and now
no, I
he
haven't.
started sending text messages, which is really good for him. Rather than just using it to voice call, he actually started texting, which is great.
What are these picture things that you put on the messages? These
These
are quite
gifs,
novel.
Just moving.
No, the amazing. I said he should put out a video. Maybe we'll put it out on the channel. I said put out a video that explains to everybody else who has their iPhones filled up with crap they don't realize. They can clear about 10 gig of stuff just by going through all these different ways that you did it. I didn't even know that you could clear them out. That all the settings are set in these apps just to save so much stuff that you don't need.
There's loads of different ways you can do it, but I think there's probably some videos out there that do a similar thing.
Maybe.
But yeah, I think I've probably got it from just watching videos or people telling me, just sharing your knowledge on, then you tell someone, then eventually everyone knows. But shout out to NSand, one of our new members. Thank you for joining. We'll get you updated on the leaderboard. We've got Liam saying Ben calls memes.
Memes.
Oh, memes.
Meme.
I don't want to. Did you know what a GIF was when I first worked here? Or have you always known what a GIF was?
Yeah, GIFs because they've always been on the on WhatsApps or on the other bits and pieces or on the Teams, or we had WebEx before. They've always been on them. Yeah, GIFs have been around for a lot, but a lot of people didn't know what do you call them, GIFs or GIFs. I've always called them GIFs. I've always.
Did you ever say GIF?
No, never. It begins with G. Some people I've heard call them that though, and I'm like, come on, not a GIF.
Send me a GIF. Over 30. I feel Kathy though, you're very young though. Like you're very young at heart, definitely.
Yeah,
Age is certainly just a number with you because you have a lot more computer now than probably me and Ben combined. It seems that's the way it comes across anyway.
Lexi, Ben will always remind me of someone with no microwave at home. I like that. That's what sticks in your mind. If you find my name comes up, you just have a kitchen with no microwave in it.
Yeah, for those who don't know, Ben actually doesn't have a microwave at home.
No, we will go down this avenue probably.
And he doesn't have a fridge.
No, I didn't have a freezer for a long period.
No, he didn't have a freezer. I mean,
for 3 years.
He's got a fridge, but not a mini fridge.
Oh, no mini fridge. I was still.
Do you have a toaster?
Yeah, four slice toaster. I bet you've got like a 8 slice or something.
No, I've got a 4 slice.
Amount of bread you eat, can't deal with. It's got 2 toasters.
No, I've got a 4 slice.
4 slice. That's a lot.
It is a lot. I don't need it. Well, actually, I did today because I did 2 bagels at the same time.
Wow. There you go. And it is game Rafael Nadal. He just seems a little bit like not moody.
I think he seems bored.
Yeah, a little bit. The face is just like, can we just get this over with?
I can't imagine what the questions are going to be asked for him. That's probably a good thing. So right now, Ben, you're getting ready to go to the press room. What question?
Send John a message.
What question would you ask Rafael Nadal after this match?
Do you think that match even tested you enough to set you up for your match against Taylor Fritz?
Oh, that's a good one. I like that one. Let's jot that down and send it to John.
All right.
I
And
actually
you're
like that question. I think that's just genuinely from the heart how I would.
Yeah.
That's what I would want to hear him say. And he's going to say, "Oh yeah, well, yes, it did touch me." He's going to do all of that.
do the face. Come on, because he was doing the
No, I
faces
can't do
as well.
impressions, but I just know you're going.
He was doing the like, what is it? It's just like the eyebrows always up and the mouth always like scrunched, and he always does a lot of like. He did like a big head movement after I asked the question. He went like, "Yeah, well," and did like a big like thing. I was like, "Oh God," set him off.
Sam saying I'm not relaxed at the moment. How can you not be relaxed on this one, Sam?
What? Are you
I literally
joking?
bet my house on him winning this one.
Everyone's so relaxed. They've even left the stream. Look, people are just like, "Well, this is done." No one's even lost 40 people. People don't even feel like this is even worth staying for. That's a good shot there from Botic. That volley's not good though, and you get
Oh my word,
punished for
that's
bad
so
volleys.
So timid.
I just want Rafa to break
doing?
here. Break him, Rafa. He's winding me up today, Botic. Like, just break him, Rafa. I'm not having this anymore. It's polluting my airwaves right now. This match. After all the tennis we've seen today and all the great matches, we're covering probably the worst match of the day. No offense to Rafa, but competitive wise,
Yeah, the best match was Gareth and Alex de Minaur.
yeah, and Kyrgios Nakashima was good as well. Had its moments.
It was, but the quality wasn't just. There was some good shots. I thought particularly I liked the shots of when Nakashima come to the net. I really liked Kyrgios' backhand. It was just like no backswing whatsoever, and he just sort of was slapping the ball at Nakashima at the net, and he couldn't handle it. That was the shots I liked, but I don't know. It wasn't the same spirit as the Alex de Minaur and Garin 5-setter.
Yeah, I mean that was a bit of an epic. Probably up there with the TFO Goffin one as well. Another epic one.
Lewis saying Liam was very exciting on the Kyrgios Watchalong. Yeah, he does a great job, Liam. I'm not sure if he's back tomorrow, but
he might be. Yeah,
it's always great to have Liam on Game to Love. I think it's just sort of a match made in heaven, if I'm honest. And Sam saying, I have a bone to pick with you. Well, go on, Sam, fire away.
Which bone?
What's up?
Come on. Let's hear it. Well,
Some
2 break points. Come on. Here he comes. Rafael Nadal. I think they'll send Botic off to room 2 after this. They're not going to allow him into the main press room.
Yeah, no, he's definitely in room 2. No, when he was winning, he was in room 2 as well.
I think he might be in room 4 to mow him down the list.
It's going to be us on Hemman Hill. Going to interview him on there. Oh, that's a good shot, though, to save one of the break points. Massive forehand.
They don't even let him have one. They just say, nah.
Sam's saving it for Sunday. Don't just tempt. Just say it now, Sam. You can't do that to me.
You too, Ben.
I need to know right now, Sam. Right this moment. We got
Saving
Nick. We got Michael saying, have you seen the Nick press conference? I have not seen the one from today. No. And here's the man. We've got David in. How are we doing, David?
Hey.
Great to see you in here. GTL legend, of course. Getting a lot of praise you was here, David. We even had some calls to get Ben and JG off.
Oh, what a shot from Rafa there. That's best one of the match for me.
Yeah. On the stretch, he passes Botic, and we get the break 4-2. Vamos!
Hey! Vamos! Hey! Vamos! Rafael Nadal! Hey! Vamos! Hey! Vamos! Rafael Nadal!
Unbelievable. Yeah, and Sam saying the first time in the match I've seen Rafa celebrate. He knows he's closing in on another quarterfinal appearance. Nice, delicate touch of him.
What are you doing?
Just give up. Botic he's not cut from the same cloth at the net. He's struggling, isn't he? Every time he's come to the net, he's just looked out of depth completely.
What was the objective there? Oh, how to put the ball in the perfect position for Rafa to put it away. Was that what he was going to do? Here you are, right up there. Boom. I thought it was funny when they go on.
Sorry, no, you can speak.
I was going to say, it looked funny when he did that celebration. They put the big slow mo on. I always look to the crowd behind him to see what they're all doing. There was one guy stood up going like, yeah, like punching the air, like, and then a few others like elation from seeing him celebrate. It's so good.
I think a lot of people celebrate when the players celebrate.
Yeah,
they're just
for
waiting
sure.
for that hype moment.
Yeah,
Look at that
exactly.
for a
It's
volley.
nice
I mean,
to see
world
it.
class. Simply world class. He comes in, hits that nice volley. Just fantastic. And it is 30 love, looking to go 5-2 up. We've got David saying, hardest match yet on paper, and Rafa gets it done in straights. What he does, eh? Well, I don't agree with it at all. I mean, you're saying the same thing as what Ben's been saying. I keep reiterating, I think Sonego and Van Zandschup on an even kill, and I'd probably say Sonego marginally better on this surface.
Right
definitely.
now, I think Sonego's better.
Yeah.
I feel that there's more wow
He's
factor
just not
with
been in great
Sonego.
form. I think it's sort of swayed people. But Sonego, let's look back to what he was doing, say, Tsitsipas and Djokovic not too long ago. He beat Djokovic, didn't he, that time?
But I think he has more wow factor, Sonego. I think on his day, he can produce some like
Passing shot he did when we was in there. That was crazy when he fell over.
Yeah,
He's
he
got
did
quality. You can't see Botic doing that, can you?
No, but he has that thing, like he gets a crowd going. That's the thing that I don't see Botic doing. He doesn't. He's not. He's more of a dry personality, I feel.
Mate, new balls, please. And Rafa is one game away from a place in the quarterfinals of Wimbledon. I mean, he's going for the calendar slam. He's won the first two. Does anyone know how many matches it is in a row so far in Grand Slams? That's what I want to know. Someone let me know in the live chat right now. I did know a second ago, but I forgot now. And that is the consolidated break. Oh, no, it's not. Is it?
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, so just to say what John was saying from the stands, he said it's good there. A few more people cheering on Botic than at the beginning. They want more tennis, obviously. They like an underdog. The atmosphere would be more electric for Rafa versus a Brit or versus Novak. Obviously, versus Novak is going to be completely different. It's going to be the whole place rocking on every point. The rallies would be incredible for starters. Yeah,
it's 18 matches, including this one.
Wow, that's impressive.
You've got Gene saying 19, but I don't think it is 19. People are saying 18, yeah.
And John says, I asked him, is he attending the Nadal press conference? He said, depending on the, he said probably attend both, depending on the time. But if it finishes in three, in 3 sets, almost certainly both. Any idea when the canteen closes?
Tell him to avoid. It's too expensive.
Avoid the canteen. £14 for a salad. £20 for a pizza. Oh, good serve there from Botic. Nice ace. Bit too little, too late. How many likes did we get up to on the video? I've not even got to 200 yet. Come on. There's 400 in. 15 likes left. The challenge is set for you guys. If everybody whacks it, we get to 400. I'm only asking for 200.
Oh, big serve again from him.
Too little, too late.
Is he going to try and make Rafa serve this out?
Too late will be the cry when the man with the pass to the quarterfinals passes you by.
I've already started ordering the food. Getting a curry now.
It's got time. It's got time to get it. I need to go to the super. So it's actually helping me out. It's being quicker because the supermarket will still be open now, which is great.
Oh,
I can get
Rafa,
down there.
2 points away. In fact, I don't want him to do it now because it's not going to be ready then.
Well, no, but I need to nip off. Just get down there.
Oh, it's good for you then.
Yeah, helps me out.
To get some bread. What bread shall I get?
Naan bread? No, that's not a thing. It's naan, not naan bread.
Oh, he's falling in for the trap. Apologies to all of our Indian listeners. We do know that naan means bread.
I bet it
Ben's
says on
just
the
said
app
bread,
you're
bread.
ordering. I bet on the app you're ordering from it says naan bread.
No, it doesn't. It says naan, Ben.
Get a pashwari. Keema into the net, and it is deuce.
We've got Casey saying, "What curry are you getting for Maharaja Monday?" Yeah, it's Maharaja Monday. We've got Love Island at 9 as well.
Oh,
it's all sort of perfect.
That's the reason
timing.
he's getting it. That's the reason.
I'm gonna have a nice curry and watch a bit of Love Island.
You
on
and
my
Heather
own.
Watson be watching it together.
Yeah,
she's been trying to catch up, apparently. Oh, Rafa, good volley from Botic.
Oh.
Finally puts a ball away from on top of
Very
the net.
aggressively, wasn't that one?
I know, I didn't really need to do that.
Should I get a garlic naan or a Peshwari naan?
Garlic. I don't need a Peshwari one. I don't like that's the one with sultanas on, isn't it?
No, coconut.
Which one's the sultana one?
Don't know. I don't get that.
Yeah, I don't like that. Yeah, I don't like anything with sultanas in. Get them out of my food.
Game Botic van der ZANDSCHULP. And for that, we're going to give him a button because it's such a great button. And he's got to number 3.
Botic van der ZANDSCHULP. Botic van der ZANDSCHULP.
Yeah, it is that one, the Peshwari.
No,
it has.
Not.
It says, yeah, I've just typed it in.
Mate, Peshwari, I'm telling you, it's like coconut.
Yeah, coconut.
Sweet.
It says coconut and sultanas.
That one's nice. I don't have sultanas on it.
Yeah, mate. A lot of places put them in. I don't like it.
I just have it with the coconut. It's quite tasty.
Makes it like a hot cross bun. I don't like them either.
It is a bit sweet.
Yeah, I don't want that. I like a mango chutney with it though.
Oh.
Now you're talking my language.
Mate, this is not good doing all
proper
this.
Dons.
Making me starve.
No, I can't even talk properly. I'm drooling. That's too much saliva.
Oh, my order's not illegible. Why is that? Oh, well, I think I'm going to focus on the match. That's probably what it's telling me. It's trying to tell me Rafa's playing. Stop ordering food.
Yeah, he's blocked whilst Rafa's playing. Not allowed to order during.
Yeah, shout out to Gene. I think you will be making number 5 on the leaderboard. Saying Dutch tennis is finally in a good spot after years. Yeah, great for Dutch tennis. Shout out to all of our Dutch fans as well, especially Roland, who's one of our commentators. It is in a good place, but Botic has not been in a great place today because he's getting served up. However,
good tournament though.
Let's just steady on here because it's Love 30 here. Botic trying to make the comeback of all comebacks. I mean, if he breaks here and does something, is that one of the greatest comebacks ever?
It's not happening.
Why isn't it happening?
I just don't see it. If it happens, then what's Rafa going to think ever in his career again if he loses from this position? Big serve, curling in around the tee. That's what's coming. Well, not really. Into the net. Slightly different to what I expected. Second serve for Rafa. Taking his time. That one in. There you go. Curling into the tee. Oh, good shot there from Botic. Rafa's got him backpedaling now, though. Botic needs to go for some of these. It's into the net. We got 3 break points. It's like Sonego all over again.
I think he might break to win it, though.
Well, if he gets broken, he more than likely will break him. And Rafa punches the racket.
Sam saying, JG, get Ben off. I did say it's his fault if Rafa doesn't serve it out.
What did I do?
You got in his head. You asked him a very mean question and made him confused.
I'm going to get John to ask him another one. Ace.
Come on.
Save
one of the break points.
What do you reckon John's going to try and ask him? I'll be interested if they pick John.
So, Rafa, what do you mean about your tactics today?
What?
So what do you mean, Rafa, when you say you struggled on the second serve?
he asks it like that, Rafa's going to look at him a bit funny.
Hey, Rafa, John, Game to Love. What do you mean when you
He just asks every player, what do you mean? It has to be at least the second question every time. Oh, it's long.
no.
And he's broken. We're back on serve in the third. And maybe putting Rafa on the thumbnail was an error.
And I pressed the Botic button as well a second ago. and it's giving him a boost. The button boost is real.
We got to give him another one. He just broke Rafa.
Botic and the ZANDSCHULP. Botic and ZANDSCHULP.
and the ZANDSCHULP?
Well, no, I don't know where that voice came from. Produced some weird rock vibe. Well, look at this. I mean, Botic with some winners in that rally, or that game rather, and then finished it. Rafa more errors for me than really Botic playing too well, though.
Yeah,
and that's what it's always like for Rafa. If he doesn't play well, it's him who loses it. It tends to be, how often do you see his opponent winning it rather than him losing it when he loses? That's the problem. It's on his racket most of the time. And it is a nice racket. It's got quite a few of them. I think Brody was moaning about his rackets. He was saying, well, could have.
Yeah, he wanted some extra ones with some different string tension. I thought that was interesting as well.
It is always interesting.
I asked him a question about fatigue and he said no.
No.
Liam, you got any issues with fatigue since you went 5 sets with Schwartzman and Clay? Like, no. Probably played best today. Why did you lose in straight sets then if you played so well? That's what I should have said. I should have just cut him off and said, he's like, oh, it was one of my best performances today. What about you just beat Diego Schwartzman in the last round? How was that your best performance when you just lost to Alex de Minaur so comfortably?
What do you mean? That was your best performance? It's just Rafa going long with shots a lot at the moment.
I don't know what he's doing. This is ridiculous.
My stomach rumbling by the second.
I was literally eating my curry pretty much, and now Rafa's ruined it. I'm not even going to order it now.
I've mentally already ate a curry in my mind. I want a curry now. You've made me now need a curry for dinner, which is so
I didn't
unfair.
want one either. It's all because of Gene.
I'm not buying.
Like Maharaja.
I'm gonna make one. I'm not gonna order one though.
I used to enjoy going for a curry with Liam. Actually, I've been with Liam out to eat a curry about 5 or 6 times.
Oh yeah, what does he order? Oh, good shot down the line there from Botic. Now the drop shot. Rafa does get there, but he's fallen over. Oh.
Is he all right?
Yeah, he just slid. It was a bit of an interesting slide. It was the opposite.
It was a nice slide, I think, because he just went over and won kind of thing.
Yeah, it was the opposite to Sinner's one. Remember
them
Sinner?
Shoes again. I mean, he needs some new shoes. You slid over the other day on them shoes.
The way he goes down is like, it's almost like he died or something. It's like in a coffin like that. What was that? Just lied there straight as a nail. Yeah, Sinner did like a Jurgen Klinsmann dive, like the front slide. It was interesting, that one. Don't see many people do that, the front slide. But yeah, what is happening right now? Is Rafa going to need a change of shoes?
Oh, is that not
it's wide as well on that one.
Rafa, please, just get your act together. I mean, what are you doing? You was 5-2 up. And it's the story of 2022 in a way. I mean, Rafa's done this a lot this year, more than most. He's not served things out very well. I've seen so many times when he's had sort of an opportunity to serve out the match, he's not done it.
Good serve there. Nice backhand. Rafa, great shot, but a good half volley from Botic, but Rafa flicks it past him.
Flicks it past.
200 likes.
Yeah, thank you everyone who has liked the video. If you haven't already, hit that button, subscribe if you're new. I'd love to get the 300 like box button out, so please give us a like on the video.
Well, once we've gone to the 4th set, we will.
Don't say that.
What's going on?
The thing is, Botic's got the momentum.
Oh my shot from Botic.
What's he doing? Can he just stop?
Idea.
Botic ZANDSCHULP. Botic. ZANDSCHULP.
This is
Let's
just
do this,
ridiculous.
Rafa.
We've got M saying, "Oh my God, Rafa, give me a break. He just won 2 Grand Slams this year. Oh, give Rafa a break." I mean, we're not being that harsh on him, Ems. I don't know if you're talking about the live chat. We've got Lewis saying Rafa was mentally out of this match. He has to put himself back into it now. And Lewis saying this is a must-win game. I agree. Can't afford to lose this from 5-2. If he loses this one, the set's done.
Botic's doing well, though, getting a lot back.
He's not getting that one, though. Brilliant volley. Rafa steps in. 15 love.
That's it. 15 love. Do you think if he holds serve here, he'll be able to just break him, get it done? It's a bit shocking that serving for the match then.
No.
Might get a bit of sag panir.
Lexi's saying I'm being harsh as well on Rafa. I don't think I was being... Bez saying give Rafa a break. I mean...
Well, it was poor. It was lots of errors.
I'm just alluding to the fact that this year, he's not served out matches or sets very well. He's been broken a lot of times. For someone of his ilk, it doesn't happen much.
Oh, he's lost 3 games in a row here. Oh, the serve going into the net at the moment here from Rafa. Second serve.
No, Liam, he can't afford to. He can't afford to get broken here. He really can't.
Botic, great return there. Gets Rafa to slice it cross court. Rafa goes down the line. Botic with the slice. Down into the other side. And that was too good.
There we go.
Botic long. He's 2 sets up, bro. Do you think he is curious?
Isn't it? We've got cross court saying that Rafa isn't human. Yeah, he's not human, Gene.
It's a machine.
He's the greatest of all time, Gene.
It's a robot.
You should know that.
It was created back in the 80s. An alien spaceship came down and left this being, Rafael Nadal. All right, well, 30 love. Nice and comfortable so far. Not quite like the last one. Trying to stop the rot, really, here. Rafa doesn't want to lose 4 games in a row.
Yeah, we've got some big matches coming up tomorrow as well. We've got Djokovic, Sinner. Me and Ben will be covering. We've got Goffin, Norrie, 2:30. I think David might be doing. We've got Maria Niemeyer and Bauskova, Ons Jabeur.
So
some really good ones. Let us know in the live chat, Liam. Are you free at all tomorrow? Because I've got my eye on a good match for you.
Oh, there's a few good ones. Excuse me. 40 love, looking for a game to love. Stopping the rot. Surely he can do it here. Serving. Out wide, surely. No, he's gone down the tee, and it's too good. Game to love. Back to normal service.
Vamos.
Hey! Vamos! Hey! Vamos! Rafael Nadal! Hey! Vamos! Hey! Vamos! Rafael Nadal!
Unbelievable.
Nadal, Rafael Nadal. Well, the worst thing now for Nadal is he may have to go to tiebreak. He does probably need. I would prefer it if he just breaks now. Tiebreak against the big serving Botic.
That's true.
Not good.
Is a worry.
It is a big worry, and I think you can see a slight concern on the face of Rafa at the moment. I think he knows he could be out there for another hour, potentially, if he doesn't get this done now. Who knows? They might even close the roof. And then you're playing indoors and the conditions change. Djokovic said it earlier in his press. He said the problem playing last on centre court every time is you play 2 different surfaces. you play one indoor and one you play half your match outdoor, and then
true.
the indoor. He said it's slipperier when they close the roof as well, the grass. And he said the lighting's different. Said it's a different type of match. And you saw what happened when Sonego, then the roof closed. Sonego turned into a completely different player. Became like so attacking. Ooh, I clipped the baseline there. Rafa miss it. Botic puts it away. Looks like it's gonna go tiebreak though. And Keelan there with a serve bot tick.
Oh my word! I have to do this order again.
What?
I've just put it in. It come to like 30 quid just for me.
What?
I mean, what have I done?
30 quid.
I think that's too
You
much.
back at Wimbledon? You ordered it from their canteen.
All right. Gosh. Tie break incoming, it seems.
It does get like that though, because they add on a few charges at the end. And it.
Oh, he's done it. Game to love for Botic. We're going to tie break. Rafa was 5-2 up. And Botic is no longer bootling it. And Rafa's bootling it instead.
Botic and the ZANDSCHULP. Botic and the ZANDSCHULP. Match point.
Oh, wrong one.
Right there.
Sorry, guys. It's my first stream. Not done one for a while. Pressed the wrong button. But we are here. It is tie break time. Get your predictions in the live chat right now. We have Faizan in with Rafa 7-5. We've got Lexi with a Rafa 7-4. It did confuse a few people. Yes, it confused me as well. It is tie break. No match point, guys. I'm going to be going Rafa 7-4.
I'm going to go Rafa 7-3.
7-3. We've got Gene for a 7-5 Botic. We've got KC with a Rafa 7-2. We've got Michael with an 8-6 Van. We've got David with an 8-6 Botic. We've got Lewis with a 7-2 Rafa. We've got Dubai Felicia. That can't happen no more. Because Rafa's got the first point. He's 1 love up. Botic to serve. He serves down the tee and it just fractionally missed, but he's going to challenge it. It looked very close to the line.
Oh,
boom, 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 boom. And it is not in.
Out. Yeah,
wrong box.
Far out.
Right. Ted in for a classic 13-11.
If you are just joining, make sure to whack a like on the video and subscribe if you're new. Rafa backhand. Great shot. Winner.
Come on. There we go.
Boom.
Mini break. Backhand down the line. It's that shot again. I mean, the backhand is the most impressive Rafa shot of 2022.
It is. It's a great shot. Boom.
It's almost as good as John Silks in Stratford.
Was that impressive? People stopped, did they?
Yeah, John's got a great backhand down the line. Brilliant shot from him. Here we go. 2 love. It's a good serve, though. They spot it and he finishes it. Rafa almost fell over there. Just looking at the ball.
Didn't know what to do, did he?
And it is 2-1. Rafa still with the mini break, but he's going to be serving. 2 hours 11 on the clock. Is he going to get this wrapped up in 3? Of course, there will be a curfew at Wimbledon and play will stop in 2 hours' time. So he doesn't want to be pushing that limit and going to 5 or anything stupid.
No. Here we go. Rafa, 2-1. Serving. Just wide. On the ad side. Second serve, I think he'll probably go down the middle on this second serve. I'm going to go with. Try and get it to kick a bit. Oh, no, he went down the tee. Now they're into the rally. Backhand. It's long from Rafa. It's 2-2. Mini break nullified.
Taylor Fritz, mate, he can't do this against. Fritz is looking serious. Has he dropped a set yet, Fritz?
Nope.
Didn't think he had.
Serving very well. Serving a lot of aces as well, Taylor
Yep.
Fritz. Kubler gave him a good run in, though, today. Especially in the third set. Kubler was having to have the trainer out, medicals and stuff, though. Sad to see that again. Hopefully he's all right. Nice forehand from Rafa. Backhand from Botic.
Long.
And it
Come
is
on.
long.
3-2.
3-2. Nadal. Nadal. No,
He
he
said a
doesn't.
little different to you.
Yeah, he does it. He's not the fun one. 3-2. Nadal. Yeah, I prefer the ones who dramatize it a bit more. 3-2. Nadal. And the big pause. Great serve there from Botic. Rafa's backhand down the center. Botic playing it down the middle as well. Good whip there from the forehand of Rafa. And
he
again,
just
a short
creeped it
one.
over.
Slice from Botic. Rafa's backhand. Botic, is he going to go for it? He doesn't really. Bit
No.
tentative.
Oh, he's looped that one in as well.
Good backhand there from Rafa. Botic loops it in.
Finish
Botic-
him, Rafa.
Oh my word, he's looping it up a lot here. Slice from Botic. Great rally. This
Down
down
the
the
line.
line. Oh my word, how's this still going?
What a
Botic's
rally.
doing so well to stay in this after that great shot. Great backhand from Botic. The drop shot. Oh, it's into the
he
net
misses the
from
drop
Botic.
shot and we get the mini
What a
break.
rally.
Rafael Nadal going to the changeover with 4-2. Vamos. What a point that was. Brilliant.
Hey! Vamos! Hey! Vamos! Rafael Nadal! Hey! Vamos! Hey! Vamos! Rafael Nadal!
Unbelievable.
So Lewis says I should be an umpire. That's it, maybe one of my friend's uncles used to be a Wimbledon umpire. That's just but all those years, and he never even tried to get me tickets for Wimbledon. I was like, "What are you doing? You didn't even tell me that I'd known him for years." And then he told me. I was like, "What? Are you joking? You know how much I love tennis. You never told me that. Could have probably got tickets many years. Like, oh, my brother and sister always used to just go. What? Sort me out. I know." That's long. And it is 5-2 now. It's going to be serving. 2 serves. Chance to take the match here. It's on his racket.
Two points away. Rafael Nadal.
5-2.
Please get it done. Please.
Wait to see John Silk run onto the court.
Yeah, I heard
Let.
that. There wasn't like a little beep noise, but I heard the net.
Yeah. Little clip. Get ready to press order on that. Sorry. Maybe. First serve again from Rafa. Goes down the tee. Great serve. Good return. Goes into Botic's forehand. Good. Oh, it's not a good volley from
It's a
Rafa.
simple volley. That was the easiest shot of the match.
Yeah.
You just have to direct it cross court.
It's good power, I think, from Botic down the line.
Oh, come on. That's an easy one, Ben. It's an easy one. He's just missed.
Should have got it. It is 5-3. Rafa serving one last time here. Trying to get it to the match points he so much desires. Doesn't want to go 5-4 here. And I need my prediction. So, come on. Good serve there from Rafa. Great return, though, on the baseline.
He's missed it.
No, he's missed the inside out forehand there, Van der ZANDSCHULP. And
now we can get match point for real. It's going to be 3 match points. Rafael Nadal with Botic serving 2 coming up.
Match point.
Do you think they should say match point at the in the matches?
I think so.
Serves in. Rafa with the slice. It lands in. Botic with the forehand. Rafa on the run. Oh, it's into the net. He went for the big one.
That was the big finale if he could have done that passing him. But thank you, everyone who has joined us. If you haven't already, hit the like button, subscribe if you're new, support the channel by joining the membership or the Patreon. It is another 2 match points. One has been saved. Rafa tried passing him at the net.
Serve. It's long from Van der ZANDSCHULP. He went to go down the tee, missed it. Say a few ball widths. Second serve. It is in. It's a great second serve out wide as well. And it's landed on the baseline. Well played, Rafa. Great backhand. Botic in defense mode. And now gone down the line.
He's done it!
Van der ZANDSCHULP.
No, stop!
Botic. Van der ZANDSCHULP. Botic. Van der ZANDSCHULP.
Wow. It's incredible. Best shot of the match for him.
Yeah.
What time to throw it out there. Match point. Nadal. Can he take it?
Match point.
Can he
This time
take it?
Rafa's serving for it. He's had 2 on Van der ZANDSCHULP serve. This match point on his own serve. 2 hours 19 on the clock to win in 3. And he hits the first serve into the net. Taylor Fritz waiting in the quarterfinal. He's not dropped a set all tournament, looking brilliant behind his serve. Rafa here, second serve coming up. He's won 68%, which is encouraging.
Serves in, down the tee. Back in play. Backhand to backhand they go. Oh, it hits the baseline there from Van der ZANDSCHULP. Now Rafa. Oh, he's hooked it wide. What's he done there? He's missed it by a country mile, that backhand. And it's 6-all. The match points come and go. And now we're back on serve. Wow. Wow.
I mean, what is that?
My God. What happened? If you are just joining anyway, make sure to whack a like on the video. Subscribe to Game to Love if you're new to the channel as well. Come on.
Keelan saying 8-6 Botic.
It
be? He's got the momentum a little bit.
3
Rafa's
in a
just
row.
missed them match points.
3 in a row.
Big serve coming up. Anyway, let's see if he can hold serve here. We would love a first one. An ace would be good. He's hit 9 aces today.
Well, Michael Sanders did predict 8-6.
Oh, stop, Michael. Please, Rafa.
He is the fountain of tennis knowledge, as we know.
He finds the first serve. It's a miss hit, Van der ZANDSCHULP. We're going to get another match point.
I'd challenge that.
Match point.
It's not match point yet because it's a challenge.
Match point.
There you go.
Inside the line. I
know, but you got to wait though.
No, I'm not waiting on them ones. I know it was match point. Van der ZANDSCHULP was doing it in hope. It was very obvious the ball was in. It was inside the line, Ben.
Our scoreboard didn't wait around. It knew already.
Yeah.
It went straight over. I think our scoreboard's run by Hawkeye.
Here we go. Another one. Oh, that's
long
by a long distance.
Yeah. Long. Long.
Can Rafa get it done? 2 hours 21 now on the clock.
Backhand's good. Forehand inside out. Rafa loops it up. Can Botic finish it? It's a lob from Rafa. The smash.
He's missed it. Come on. An error from Van der ZANDSCHULP at the end. And Rafael Nadal wins in straight sets. 6-4, 6-2, 7-6. Ramos Rafa is into the quarterfinals to play Taylor Fritz. It wasn't amazing. It was good in the second set, not bad in the first. The third was shaky towards the end, but you can see how much it means to Rafa. There wasn't much more drama, really, apart from the end. And I'm very thrilled that he is going to be making yet another quarterfinal. And the calendar year slam is still going. That is 18 matches in a row in 2022 in the Grand Slams. Vamos!
Hey! Vamos! Hey! Vamos! Rafael Nadal! Hey! Vamos! Hey! Vamos! Rafael Nadal!
Unbelievable.
It was, in the end, it was unbelievable. Or maybe it was just believable because it's Rafael Nadal winning again. He did it in more comfortable fashion in straight sets than I thought. I thought he might lose a set. Nearly came a cropper there in that third and final set, but managed to just get back on track in time. Well done, Rafa. Into another quarterfinal, but doesn't get any easier, as we know. And Taylor Fritz yet to drop a set. We'll be waiting for him, and he's beaten him once this year already.
Sam saying, how dare he scare us like that? Yes, it was
Yeah,
unnecessary of him, but it's good to have a bit of drama, I guess. We're going to be talking about all the quarterfinals later on this evening, so hopefully you can join us for that. We're doing the men's one, followed by the women's. Should be a lot of fun. We've not done a podcast for some time, and tomorrow we're going to cover as many matches as possible. Me and Ben will be doing Sinner, for sure, taking on Novak Djokovic. And then some of the other matches, we're going to be using some of our other brilliant commentators. So see you tomorrow with the matches and see you later on tonight for some podcasts. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. And well done to Rafael Nadal.
Vamos!